Wendy with a notebook, Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secrets been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and the trust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned.
Here was Beanie Politan.
Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in the veins. Ready and Wendy taking you for a ride.
You can't talk about the jury in a current case. You can't do that. You're putting the jurors' lives in danger.
Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and the trust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon.
Here is the buffer zone right here. And if you are wearing a Karen Reed shirt or hat, you get arrested. And that's wrong. And you could cause a mistrial.
Good morning, Army.
Hey, what's up, our army that we're building?
We're building an army. Clearly, our secret agenda has been exposed.
Yes.
So it's time to move into action earlier
That's
than
right.
we were prepared for.
We need an Arnie. Okay, I've had a Red Bull. I gotta go. Bye, y'all. We need an
And
army.
goodbye. Stay tuned.
We are
for further
invading
instructions.
Dana. I repeat, Dana. For those of you who don't know who Dana is, I'm sorry, you must have not have got the memo sent out to the army that we're building.
because we need an army. That makes sense. Sure. All right.
Couldn't just be me. Couldn't just be Wendell. Couldn't just be us two. We need an army. My uncle is calling me again. If he's calling me again to tell me what his wife is putting in his yard sale Friday, I'll be right back, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when I get left up here all by myself. I hate it. Anyways, good morning. How's everybody doing? I won't pass the mental evaluation. Yeah, take a link, Uncle. I don't know, sweet. Now I have questions. Now I want to know about the yard sale. I do. So I know Randy's going to be back in a second, but just real quick, we are going to review the stream that Dana had yesterday as soon as our stream ended. So tell me you watched our entire stream without telling me you watched our entire stream. Hey, Marie Duffy. It is Pammy B. I want to know. What's in the we might want to go, right? I think there might be things that I want to buy there. How long was it? I don't know. It was long. I didn't record all of it because, I recorded the parts that were the most pertinent to us. And I hope that somehow Carla and Behaven are around and they can catch this because there's a couple things I really, really want them to hear. So everybody wants to know what's in the yard sale on Friday, Randy.
Well, there was a washer and dryer, but he sold the washer, which that makes me mad because they should go as a set, but whatever. There's a couch. There's a lot of household goods. Her aunt died, his wife's aunt, and left a house full of stuff. So if you have any household needs, it's going to be at this yard sale, which neither one of them have Facebook. So guess who gets to advertise it? Me.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work.
And
Hey,
the truth
Serendipity.
is, let me count how many times he has called me this morning to 5
Oh my goodness.
to
Hang on a
tell
second.
me about the yard sale.
All right, you keep talking. Asher needs to go out. I'll be right back.
Okay. What's a 14-hour drive? Where are we going? Oh, is it a 14-hour drive to my house? I mean, it's not at my house, but they don't live far. By the time you get here, we could throw down some coffee and get over there. Oh, really, Pammy B? Marie Duffy, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. You could you could friend me on Facebook, and then I'll put the address is going to be. Let me just tell all my business. How about that? Why don't I do that? Hey, Stellar. I'm doing good. I'll tell you what I did do last night. I was all happy because I love, fresh sheets. So I pulled all the sheets off my bed, and I thought I had a new set of sheets, right? And I unzipped it. It wasn't a whole set of sheets. It was the comforter and shams, and all my sheets were dirty, so I had to sleep on only a top sheet. So I got up this morning, washed all my sheets. I've got to invest in sheets. Once you have kids that grow up and move out, your sheet inventory goes way down.
They take your sheets?
Yeah, they take your sheets. Have you seen the price of sheets? They take your sheets.
No, I didn't know that. I don't,
Yeah.
but my kids don't have the same size bed I do. I think their bed size is different than mine.
Unfortunately, me, Steph, and Timber all have a queen size.
There you go then. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just says interchangeable right there.
Take my sheets.
Take my
And I'll-
sheets, please. Yeah, that's what that says.
Oh, I will, Jeff. I will buy a sheet from Goodwill, wash it, put it on the bed. I don't care. They're too expensive. Towels are too expensive.
Why is everything so expensive right now?
Towels have always been expensive, I thought.
Oh, there's
Um,
nothing better than a good towel, man. Nice, good, fluffy, big towel. Oh, just love them so much.
Me
Worth
too.
it.
Get a little
And they
hand
last
towel
you-
and try to wrap it
They'll
around
last you, right? They'll last you forever too, so it's worth it. It's like an investment.
They really do last forever. Unless
do.
unless you don't get a pool.
No, but I don't have one that well, we have a pool, but I don't use it.
I mean a kiddie pool. Like if you never mind. I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Grandkids, lose your towels, okay?
All I know is that my mom still has towels that I used when I was a teenager in her house. So, that's all I know,
Absolutely.
and they still
Nanny
work.
somehow Nanny had the same washcloths, towels, and dishcloths that we had when we were kids. It
Yeah.
took about, I don't know, 3 months of me being here till gone. Tag a tyrant.
So what you're saying is this is your karma that you deserve
Absolutely. Yes.
this. I see.
Hey, cold cuts. I wouldn't have known how to say that. Black Eagle, you made me proud last night. It wasn't because I felt like you was taking a side. I felt like you were standing up for what you observe, and I love that. You're not the only one that made me proud, but thank you. A good
Yeah.
pat in the bag.
Yeah, there was some standout moments last night for sure. Okay.
The fact that Jeff knows what a bed in the bag. I love that.
I do too. Okay, let me pull these over here so that we can. So Dana went live like right after we ended our stream.
Yeah, even
Which
though
is-
she said she was at work and couldn't come on panel.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I don't believe that, but okay. which is funny. I mean, which tells me that, you know, she watched every minute of our stream.
Yeah,
And then,
after
you know,
she said she didn't, she did because she's
yeah. And then, hey, November Rain, you made it. Yay.
yay,
And then, you know, she got her girls together to get up there and
bash us.
yeah, really kind of did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they're better than that.
right. That's what we do, Randy. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah. We bash people. Which we do. Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
Sure. We make fun and we laugh. We laugh at ridiculousness. Yes.
Absolutely. I didn't hear one laugh last night though. No fun.
Well,
No
that's sad.
joking.
Yeah, that's sad. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right. That's sad. I laughed a lot.
Actually, I did think about it. I thought, listen to the victimhood and no laughter whatsoever.
Right.
Just somebody threw a fact at them and they shielded it with their arms, like I'm picturing.
Well,
them
and there was misinformation and misbehaving. I'm gonna address you specifically because you got up there and the first thing out of your mouth was that we called you trashy and said you were losers or something. And I've listened to our stream 3 times from yesterday. And not once, I'm going to need the timestamp of where we said that. Because not once did I say that about you. And I can't help but feeling, as you know, we talk about patterns of behavior. This isn't the first time you've misrepresented things that I've said. And that bothers me. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we can get to it. We can jump. I mean, it's because.
Well, I have two parts of the stream. One is about an hour and a half, which I don't know if we're going to make it through all of that. The other one's about 11 minutes, and I definitely want to get to that because I think that's the one where Carla is speaking. And I do want to address Carla because she's another one who thought that we said some things about her and her feelings were hurt, and that certainly wasn't
Last
yes.
night.
Yes.
Oh, and say, Carla, you weren't even mentioned.
Right. But I remember I played that clip. I played a clip. It just happened to be on Carla's panel, but the clip was about Dana.
Yes.
But Carla took it very personally and got her feelings hurt. She also said that she doesn't have a problem with you. This happens all the time, by the way. I take the heavy and it's fine. That's fine. I'll take it. But she doesn't have a problem with you. But she says that she has a problem with me or I have a problem with her because apparently I said that I would never forgive her for what she did to me when she doxed my ex. And I don't know that I've ever said that because typically I try to forgive pretty dang quickly. I might not ever forget what you did.
Right.
But I'm not going to hang on to it and be mad about it. That's no good for me. That's no good for my mental health. That's not good for me to do. I don't sit in anger and rage and unforgiveness for very long at all. Even if you're not sorry, I still will find a way to let it go because I need to.
Well, and if you treat the way you treat me, Carla, and you don't have a problem with me, how do you treat people you do have a problem with?
Well, her thought Carla was uncomfortable and left the panel. Which panel? The one that Dana was on? It was Carla's panel. So she didn't leave and she didn't say anything either. Which is, I guess that's our issue. I guess when you get down to it, our issue isn't about being called bitches or having men speak to women a certain way. I don't like that, but that's not the issue. The issue is the way that Randy's grandchildren were talked about.
Yes. Which I noticed y'all downplayed quite a bit. In fact, all the way, as a matter of fact.
Well, yeah, they didn't want to address that at all. They kept turning it back onto Phil, who was so terrible, and how you were so terrible to Noelle.
Put
But
the stream
nobody,
up. I want to clip what I said to Noel.
but
I want
nobody seemed
yeah.
to want to talk about what Richard said, which is what our entire stream was about.
Right.
Our whole stream was about what Richard said. That's what we were bothered about.
Mhm.
Now, Behaven told Nunya, if I have this wrong, let me know. But from what I understood, Behaven told
Mhm.
Nunya that she was part of the loser club.
Yeah.
That Nunya was part of the loser club because she was. So again, you're misrepresenting what I said. Because I didn't even mention Nunya.
No, Nunya wasn't mentioned whatsoever yesterday. I don't believe. I didn't go back and listen, but I was really bothered by Misbehaving getting up there saying that we called them losers. And so I was like, did I? Because sometimes, you say stuff in the heat of the moment.
Exactly. Oh, totally. I was like, okay, let me find out what I said. What the hell did I
Yeah.
say? Because that's certainly not what I mean. So let me go find out what the hell I said. I listened to our stream 3 times. I pulled out a couple of clips that they might be referring to so we can talk about them. But at no time did I say Misbehaving is a loser and Nunya is a loser. And nor did I call Carla trashy. Like, these things didn't happen. In fact, Nunya, upon hearing what Richard said, jumped off the panel
Mhm.
like a boss, like an absolute boss. That's exactly what you should do. I
Mhm.
have nothing but respect for what Nunya did. That's exactly what she should have done, in my opinion. She jumped off the panel because what he said was vile. And do you want to know what Dana said about that? Wait until you hear what Dana said about that. Nunya trying to set her own boundary and leave a panel where she's uncomfortable with what's being said was told by the therapist
Mhm.
that wasn't good.
Yep.
You don't do that. So now, according to the therapist, not only is Randy not allowed to have her own boundary and leave the panel, but neither is Nunya. That's a red flag, people. That's a huge red flag.
Yep. He did
Beware
so.
of anybody trying to tell you that your boundaries are not okay. Bullshit.
Yes. And let me repeat, beware of anybody telling you your boundaries are not okay.
Talk about trying to build an army. Good
Right.
Lord. You're so desperate to grasp onto anybody, Dana, that you try to gaslight them into thinking and doubting their own boundaries. Shame on you.
Right. You would think with all the stuff that she spouted off last night that somewhere in that rhetoric would have been something about boundaries, having them, holding on to them. Like if they set a boundary that Phil can't speak to them this way. But here's what I said that night. I said, we teach people how to treat us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't let people speak to me that way. And I got down.
That's right.
What
And
you teach
and you were
people,
scolded. You were scolded for that.
yes, I was
You know
scolded.
better, Randy. You know better. Stay here. You can face anything. Dang.
Right.
You're not even allowed to have your own damn boundaries in front of this woman.
No, this therapist
This therapist.
who tried her best to convince me last night that she's a real therapist. Still didn't fall for it, Dana. Don't believe it. I believe that you went to school. I believe that you have a license. I don't believe that you are going and giving people therapy because you are like a child who has never been let out to play. Because when you get out to play, you don't know how to be social. You have no idea how to socialize. You have no idea how to read a room. You have no idea how to behave. And the very nerve of you to scold me when I'm teaching people how I let people treat me. And let me tell you something, ma'am. You better believe that you teach people how to treat you. Could you play that clip? This is why people treat you the way they do, Dana.
Yeah, I'll play that clip right now. Nunya's in the chat. She said, I left because of all the noise going on. Phil swearing at Dana in the beginning, Phil telling Noel to shut the fuck up, and Richard. Well, I appreciate that, Nanya. I do. And I'm sorry that somebody led you to believe that I called you a loser or trash or anything else that you thought I might have
We
said
said
about you.
nothing at all about you yesterday, Nunya. Not
Didn't say a word
one
about
word.
you. Not a word. Not a word. And I have nothing but respect for setting your own boundaries and sticking by them. And that's just the truth.
And for behaving to sit there and say that I'm lying, I did not hear what Phil said. And when she put that stream back up, I skipped over and went to when I didn't even listen to when I went up there. I went straight to and somehow landed on the part where Richard came up. I clipped it and I listened a little bit further to when Dana said she got turned on, and I thought, I just can't. I don't want to hear this right now. And when I went back,
and Behaven actually really set her mouth and called you a liar.
yes,
Said she doesn't believe that. She doesn't believe you.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't care if you believe me or not. I didn't hear what Phil said. Now, look, I don't take the same stance as a man coming at a woman. I think if a woman came at him first, he has every right to come back at her. If he come up there and verbally attacked, no, I absolutely stand against it. Absolutely. Dana, here's how why people treat you the way they do. One reason.
Can I just take credit though for
Can you hear it okay?
Yes.
for being so absolutely Nazi fascist that you are in fact you've totally reconsidered being Jewish due to the fact that you are a little bit worried that somehow I'll end up getting my hands on you and disposing of you somehow.
Did you? But the good news is you'd get your hands on me. Go on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go on. It's good stuff.
Well, I mean, I meant, to the gas chamber, but I mean, I guess.
Okay,
I
as
mean,
long as you touch me at some point in time.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, whatever. Okay. So, and I'm wearing Harry Potter panties.
I would be offended though, even if I was there to kind of collect and to liquidate an entire neighborhood of those type of people, of a certain religious ideology. If I had to drag you out of your bed and I saw that you were wearing Harry Potter panties, I think I'd probably lose it right then and there.
Richard.
Yes.
Honey, bunches of me, my sweet little baby boy. We come sit here and come cuddle up next to Mama. We'll have a good old time.
I'm right here.
My God.
Again,
Absolutely embarrassing.
Good right. Lord. How many times? Okay, again, I'm going to tell people, beware of people who have no shame.
I mean, he even sounds uncomfortable, for goodness sake.
He's beating her off with a stick and she's humping his leg. And then she fixed her mouth last night to say, we have no shame. Are you kidding me? There's not a human alive except for my husband that can tell you what kind of panties I'm wearing right now or ever.
That's just, I don't know where I don't know. Sorry, I can't say any words. I'm trying not to throw up all over the place. I don't want to clean that up.
I don't know, Darren.
Where's that clip? I don't know where that clip is from. I don't know what her reason is for wanting to talk to him, but she seemed to question why anybody would think that her flirting is real. And I can only guess that we think that because that's all you seem to do with him. If it's not real, I mean, okay, how would anyone know that?
Right.
And honestly, I don't care. I'm so embarrassed and cringed out. Like I honestly don't care. Be in love with the man if you want. I don't care. Honestly, don't care.
Yeah.
I've given up on Dana, frankly. I don't think we can save Dana at this point.
Well, but I think they actually said last night that we are supposed to say something to Evelyn and Jeff about their friendship.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
know-
know anything about their friendship. It's none of
We
my
know
damn business.
It's not our business. And in fact, y'all are the one. We're not in a Discord. Hey, what's down? It's all fucking gross, all of it.
It is.
Yeah,
Agree.
we're not in the Discord. Y'all were privy to stuff we weren't privy to. But here's what: it wasn't very private because y'all made sure to put it out. If it's even true, I don't know if it's true. But you know what? You're on a panel coming on to a married man. Why are you pointing fingers?
Well, and
Evelyn,
also, Jeff and Evelyn have never insulted and called your grandbabies racist, repulsive names.
not once.
That's the issue. I don't give a fuck what people do in their private life. It's none of my damn business.
I don't care. I don't care who you voted for. Don't care. Do not care. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. I don't care what your political beliefs are. I do care if you are a racist, a bigot, an idiot. Then I might say something. Okay. What I was about to address something that. Oh, then she accused, and I'm gonna have to. Hey, Emerald, I'm gonna have to tell about the troll that I did because Evelyn's getting accused of that.
Oh, yes. Please address that. Yes.
Dana, Evelyn never told me anything about your marriage.
Or me.
We had no idea. Based on your actions and who you are as a person, threw it out there that your husband left you within 15 days. And you verified it last night. I was trolling you, and you was like, you got slapped right in the head with it. I had no idea that was true. I didn't. For all I knew, he's in the next room.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Randy really does win troll of the century. She knows how to do it, y'all. And y'all think sometimes you don't even know that she's doing it, which is just mwah. And yesterday was one of those times. She trolled her and said something, threw it out there about her marriage. I played along with it. If it hurt your feelings, I am sorry. We were making light of something that probably was painful. I'm divorced myself. Certainly wasn't pain-free. So, I apologize truly if that hurt your feelings. I don't know if it really did or not, but if it did, I apologize. And
I'm sorry that Evelyn got blamed, I'm
sad that Evelyn got blamed for anything. She didn't say a word to us about any of that because again, none of my business. I don't need to know about your marriage. None of my damn business.
Yeah, honestly, I did assume she would come on and say, "Nice try. My husband's in the other room." I didn't think it was true. I didn't hear it from anywhere, Nunya. I just made it up. It was a troll. And it landed. And sometimes that happens. I don't like to hear people's marriages not working. When I see you dry humping on YouTube, I assume your marriage isn't well. That's just the way it is. If I see you trying to I don't know, if you're on panel with a man and you tell him what kind of panties you're wearing, I'm going to assume that your husband and you are in some kind of disagreement. Okay? There.
And to be honest, I think I'm the one who said something like 15 days. I don't know where I got that information.
No,
I don't even know if that's true.
I think I said it. I don't know. You may have. I think I said it, but
oh, then I guess I don't remember. But I honestly don't even know if it's true or not. And I said that several times yesterday during the stream that I don't know. I said I don't know. I said it several times. Go listen for yourself. But anyway, regardless, let's play the clips because
the Dana hate is well earned. And she proved it last night. She tries to make okay. Let me ask you this. Has she ever tried to make you feel small? And if you say no, I'm gonna question you because she likes to make people feel small.
Very much so. Yes. She definitely likes to try to manipulate. What I heard last night was very manipulative, and we'll play it. I mean, we should play it because
And
we're
yes,
we're
Black
just
Eagle.
talking about it.
Black Eagle, absolutely, it's true. I said I trolled about her and her husband's marriage not being married anymore. I didn't really know that. I didn't know. I would have never validated that. But just like, somebody said, oh, kudos to her for standing up to her doxer. Never point out your own docs. Ever.
Yeah.
Block them and move on. I get doxed quite a bit. It's deleted. It's gone.
Yes, it is very condescending. And it's interesting because all of the projection, everything that she tries to say that I am, is all things that she is.
Yes.
It's very fascinating to listen to her, honestly. And she doesn't have any ability to see inside herself. She has no insight. She doesn't have no self-awareness to what she's doing, trying to scold people about their own boundaries. Like that's a problem, Dana.
Yes. She's allowed to have them. No one else is.
Right. And if you try to exercise your own boundaries, then you're abandoning her. It's somehow it's a problem. You're not tough enough. You're not strong enough. No, bullshit.
And let me say this too. While they're on panel downing us, okay, they're talking about us. Let me say this. We got Jessie Cat who's in the chat saying, "I'm unwanted here because I'm gay," and hate speech going on, and that's okay. We let people say what they want. She gets timed out.
Oh my God, you sounded just like her. Wow.
And
Dang. That was great. Yeah, no, very much so. Very, very much. It's like I can't decide if she's just too scared to block a few people out of her chat and clean her mess up a little bit, because you got some pieces of trash in there. I'm sorry, they are, and I say that with my whole chest. That Asuka freak is an insane person. The stuff that person says, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, have no idea, but the stuff they say is outrageous. And you just let it go. Can I tell you that person would not be able to show their face in here. They would be blocked on sight.
yes.
Absolutely disgusting, the stuff that they say. And you're fine with it. I mean, who's trying to build an army? It sounds like you're the desperate one trying to get all your people together. This is your army. Bunch of racist, bigoted, homophobic pieces of shit. That's your army, Dana. Like, you're so scared to block people out your chat. I don't know why. Why not get rid of some of these assholes?
Oh, looky here what Azuka said. Was this last night? Oh my gosh. Because I quit watching.
Oh yeah, I have the whole chat. You'll see your comments. They'll show up. That's why I blew the chat up for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, because I'm about to send you a screenshot that
you don't need to. It's in the chat. It's gonna come up.
Okay, make sure people see that one.
I will.
Okay. Golly.
You can send it just in case, but yeah. And I'm sorry you were treated that way too, Jessica. It's uncalled for. Let me see what she says. Yeah. I simulated Randy taking 9 inches of Donkey Kong N-word, spelled out, hard R, dong, and I can say with 100% confidence she is a power bottom. Charming.
That's okay, right, Dana? But let me get this right. Hold on. Who's trash? We're trash.
Right,
you're allowed to say N-word, hard R, and have a wrench in that chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree. Okay, I will speak to Phil, and I would love to speak to Phil offline, and I will be happy to do that. Happy. But show me where he's ever said anything like that.
Right.
You like for people to talk about you sexually, Dana. I do not.
No, it's disgusting. And that's not even sexual talk. That's rage. Mental illness talk. I'm sorry. It is. There's nothing fucking normal about that. I'm sorry.
Well,
thank you, KCL. I appreciate that. Don't tell
Let's
Dana that, because then Dana will scold you for having your own boundaries.
Right. Don't have boundaries, KCO. You're not allowed to have those. Who is there left to trust? Trust people who don't involve themselves in hate speech. They do involve themselves in free speech. Do I get mad? Look, and I'm going to say this too while it's on my mind. They're like pointing out that Evelyn said this: if you voted for Trump, stay away from me. Let me tell you how many people on my Facebook timeline said that. It was about 50%. I didn't say a word. I didn't unfriend them. I didn't do anything because, listen, emotions were so high at the time of the election. And one of my best friends is, I don't want to call her a Democrat, but she I guess she is. She was crying. She was upset. I'm not going to mistreat people for how they feel. They are allowed to feel that way. You are absolutely, that's what I just said, Evelyn. You are. I accept that. You know, it was all over my Facebook. And you know what? Those people are still there and we're good.
Black Eagle, I'm gonna just remove your comment. I appreciate the comment. I do. Can you just not spell that word out, please, in our chat?
Yeah, it does something.
Not only is it disgusting, but YouTube will tag it and we could get striked. So please, you can just say N-word. But I do appreciate that you've had conversations with Dana about it. I'm glad.
But you shouldn't have to. Why? Because Dana is, I don't know how old Dana is, but if you're over the age of 12, you know what's wrong.
Right. I mean, Dana is way too old to have to educate her on what racism is and why it's wrong. That's stupid and a waste of time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not you talking to her. You're her friend. I mean, you talk to her about whatever you want, and I think it's great that you did. And I appreciate that you did it. But I feel like it's a waste of time. Trying to think that somehow we're going to reach her.
Right, Lily. You cannot make someone not racist. You can't. And they are allowed to be racist. But you're not allowed to be a racist around me. And if you let people be racist around you, I'm going to question you. And I'm allowed to do that.
I understand, Black Eagle. I do. I understand.
Yeah, I know that. I read that last night.
I feel the same way. You all need less gummies. I feel the same way. I feel like she holds on to anyone she can latch on to, which is what she accused us of.
Yeah.
Saying that we're trying to build an army because we just want to use and abuse our people to do what? What are we doing with our army? We're not doing much with them. We're trying to use and abuse our people, which I'm sorry, that's not what.
No, I've been on here a long time. I have mods. I ask anyone, have I ever asked you to do one thing for me? Go into a chat, change someone's mind, troll someone for me? Never.
Please tell me what we've ever done with an army, or what our goals might be to have an army. It sounded ridiculous.
Exactly, Paisley.
All right, so let's play some of this.
Okay.
What's going on? I heard your name.
Come on. Ugh.
I sang that Vigilum.
Oh, I should do a thing where I actually use music as some other more advanced YouTube creators. I never like that terminology. YouTube creator. I'm creating. I'm here to create. It's ridiculous. Sorry. Hey, hi, Andy.
Making fun of us that we have music in our opening. People that seem to like our opening. If you don't like it, you don't have to, and you don't have to do it on your own channel. For goodness sake, you pick apart everything, Dana. Good Lord.
Andy Cruz, what's going on? I heard your name mentioned. I have been working, but was able to hear your name mentioned on a live earlier today. Hold on a second. Go on, sec. My dog has to go. 1 second. I don't. Oh, I know. It had something to do with what Oh, it wasn't on Randy's live. Was it Randy's or Wendy's? Just now, I think it was Randy's. Hey, Behaven. So good to see you, as always. I'm glad we've become really friendly. I think you're a really nice person. Behaven. Very, very, I hate the word nice. I think you're a good person. Yeah, we're all flawed. Trust me, I'm well aware of that. Oh, there's people here. 1 second. There are people here. It's you guys. Hi.
Hi, Dana. You okay?
Oh, I'm okay. I've been come. Bleh. I'm okay. How about that? I'm okay.
Yeah.
It was a little strange. It's strange to be perceived as a certain.
So the chat will catch up, y'all. I started late. I didn't know she went live immediately, so I had to rewind. And so the chat will catch up with the chat in a minute.
kind of person when there's just not much there in terms of just the truth of me is just not how I'm seen, and that's going to have to be okay. And it's just kind of ridiculous, but
I can totally relate to that, Dana.
I
Believe me.
couldn't believe
Spoof is here. Hey,
are you okay? Like
No,
she
I
had been in a car accident.
Right.
Are
I know.
you
I thought that too. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Kevin.
What?
Right. And she's like, oh, I'm okay.
Oh, I'll make it. I'll find a way to go on. I'm okay.
Yeah, like she had been in the trenches. No, she tucked tail and ran.
I don't know. I thought that was weird too. I don't know. But all right. I mean, it's almost like her grandchildren were attacked. Oh, wait. No, they weren't. Her grandchildren weren't attacked at all.
No.
hey, honey, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Hi, Spoof.
Hi.
Hi, Nanya. Hi,
Hi.
Behaven.
Good
Hi.
to see all of you. Thank you, all of you, for coming.
Yeah, hi, husband.
Hi, honey. Honey bunny. Hubby.
Did you hear my husband?
I did. You guys stream that? Something like that. He had a southern accent and everything.
He said, are you going to be streaming tonight?
Oh, hubby, bubby, bunny, boo. Yes, we are. Hey, Nanya.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, you don't sound okay.
I know. I was just going to say.
Well, it's a confusing experience for it to be. I don't even know what it means. I'm like,
What
wait,
happened?
hold on. Is this?
What do you mean? Wait. What did I miss?
You weren't-
Something happened.
Well, I missed a great deal of it, although I chimed back here and there. There was a couple of conversations today.
Where?
Over at the Santa Monica Pier. No, on YouTube. Randy's channel had a. Okay, so I was able to chime in the beginning. Hi, Lizzie Carter. Good to see you. Hi, Susie.
I didn't even
I was
know
able to
because-
chime in at the
I didn't know
beginning.
because we were learning.
Yeah, and then you ran away. But yeah, we allowed you to chime in the beginning. You were offered a link and every other thing. You turned it all down. So whatever.
How to make sourdough bread. And
Oh, how was that?
Yeah.
How,
Oh,
did
it
you have a
smelled
fun
great.
time? Oh, good.
I
I
baked it
want
this
to try
morning.
that. Okay.
Yes. And I
Yes,
just,
Nanya made a beautiful loaf of sourdough bread. Perfection first try.
Nice. Is
It
it
was-
good? Does it taste good?
oh, it tastes really good, Spoof. It does. And it's, I was nervous because there's so many steps to do when you first get it because we were trying to set me the starter. So it goes into shock being in it, it goes through the channels and stuff like that and being in the mail. So you have to keep feeding it. You have to do a couple more steps than normal.
You want me to speed it up or
It's
pass
so
it?
good.
Why
Let's pass the sourdough
Richard
part. I know Diane's
is getting
getting all
called out
what?
for
Sorry.
calling Randy a bitch. But just prior to that, there was another gentleman is getting called out. I don't understand
I
why.
love this behaving. Watch you lie. Watch you lie.
Right. Behaving. Please listen to this. Okay. I really want you to hear it. I'm being so genuine. I'm not trying to be rude or be an asshole. This is why I have a problem with you. Because what you're saying right here is a lie.
I don't understand why Richard is getting called out for calling Randy a bitch. But just prior to that, there was another gentleman on panel calling you and Noelle a bitch.
Of
But they
course.
didn't.
Okay. So tell me what's wrong with that sentence. Why
Okay.
is that a lie? Why am I bothered by that sentence?
I know. It's because we didn't call Richard out for calling me a bitch. I could not care less that he called me a bitch.
Thank you.
However, I do care that he called my daughter and grandchildren
A racial slur.
yes.
Call them a racial slur. That's what the problem is. If you don't like that Phil was talking some type of way to someone in the chat, again, Dana's in control of the panel. Why don't you tell her to kick him? If you don't like the way that conversation is happening. But more importantly, you completely misrepresented what Randy and I were talking about. and you turned it into something hypocritical on purpose. You did that on
Black Eagle.
purpose.
I know. I'm so sick of the word. And then they made a joke about it last night. Can we say shark? Should I say shark? Yeah, real funny. I think that's the only
That's
time
not funny.
But yeah, that's why I was, upset. I wasn't. And again, you said they're not even mad at Richard Groyper. Well, we expect no less from him.
Yeah, or more. We don't expect anything different out of Richard. He is who he is. That's why we don't mess with him. That's why when he came up there, Randy didn't even acknowledge him, because he's a nothing. He's nothing to either one of us. The problem that we had was that Dana said and did nothing.
Yes, Darren. Yes, they said groupthink a few times. Yes, sorry.
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yes. Just makes me sad, behaving, that the first sentence out of your mouth after "Are you okay?" is this straight up lie, said on purpose to misrepresent what we talked about in order to further your own agenda of being victims of us. It bothers me, man.
Yeah, you're no victim behaving. There's something wrong with you, but it's not being a victim.
I mean, I'm not trying to say that. Like, I'm really not trying to be an asshole. I'm trying to be really sincere.
Me either. I was trying. I told you, I'm trying so hard. I want to not fight with behaving. Didn't want to get into it with her. Wanted everything to be squashed because I see no reason for it not to be, except for stuff like this. I don't understand. I don't understand why behaving. You always do the wrong thing when the right thing is so easy.
Like, I mean, are you really telling me that you didn't understand that our problem was with the racial slurs that were being said and not the stupid cuss words? If you don't like the way Phil's talking to someone, then tell him to stop. Tell Dana to kick him or mute him. Do something.
If a man starts calling me a bitch, if it's my panel, he gets kicked off. If I'm on another panel, I get down.
If it happens in the chat, we put a stop to it, or we try to.
Yeah.
Our poor moderators are, try to. Like, you do something. Ugh,
They won't
so
take a
aggravating.
link. They won't take a link, Tracy. They won't take a link. They're chicken shits. They sat over there and talked about how low life we are. And what I wish is, this is what I wish. A picture of my grandchildren was in front of y'all while y'all said all the stupid shit y'all said last night.
The worst part about it, though, Randy, is that at the end of the day, like, they would throw out these one-liners of, "Oh yes, it's despicable what he said, despicable," and then they go on to, "But Phil and Randy was so mean to Noelle," and they spent more time talking about that. But every once in a while, they would throw out the line, "Oh yes, what Richard said was terrible, just absolutely terrible."
But notice they never.
So we seem to agree, though. We seem to agree that the terrible is the terrible. And yet we couldn't be further apart on this issue if you tried.
Right. And they forget the part where I had no idea who Noelle was. And then they tell me who Noelle, Randy, that's Noelle. And I'm like, Stinky N is Noelle? Yes. I said, I didn't know. It
Well, who
doesn't
the fuck
say it
is
in her
Noelle?
name.
Nobody knows who that is. We don't know that.
I had
We
no
know her.
idea. Had never heard of her before. Never saw her in chat before. So I say, did y'all left out the part where I said, Noelle, I apologize. You left that part out. Funny how that works, huh? Put the stream back up.
And hear that.
More than a bitch.
Oh, right, absolutely, 100%, 100%. So they're not, the genuine anger towards me is, it's simply self-serving.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
and it doesn't
selective
Matter because
anger.
you didn't hear it doesn't mean it's not true. And
It's selective anger. It's selective anger and it's self-serving. Wow. Wow. Wow.
because you have other people that were there that heard it should be enough for you to say, okay, it's probably true because the other people are on the panel. And I'm one of them. And that's why I got upset with Phil.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
He didn't,
Well,
he
people
didn't
are
have the right
select,
to
you're
do
right,
that.
people are
I
selectively
didn't say
trying
it
to,
didn't
kind of-
happen. I never once did I say that Phil didn't cuss y'all out. Not one time did I say it didn't happen. I said, I was up having beers and burgers. I didn't hear it.
Stunning to see. I'm fascinated by the motivation of like, wow, Richard just said this terrible thing, and Dana didn't stop it. Or the strangeness is, did I call anybody anything racial? Any racial slurs come from me, guys, ever? Like,
No.
all right,
But
so
that's the thing
Oh,
too, Dana,
she-
is
she
that
expect you to just kick.
yes,
them off.
I'm
Oh.
supposed to call someone out for their words and behavior. That is not my responsibility at all.
Yeah. Right.
no, I mean,
Well,
I don't typically make it that. If something goes so, hey, oh gosh, Carrie, so good to see you, and hi, Lou. I don't like the way you spoke about me yesterday. That was kind of shitty. However, to call me a bitch is not. I don't take lightly, Lou. So I mean, I think your relationship with your girlfriend is lovely, but the way you treated me yesterday was kind of shitty.
Now,
There's
I
that.
want
All right.
y'all to notice how she doesn't focus on anyone in her chat other than Lou. She didn't say hi to anyone in chat. She didn't speak to anyone in chat, but Lou gets every bit of Dana's attention.
I think that she says later that this Lou person like doxed her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's he even doing in there? Block him. What don't you understand about having control over your own channel? And honestly, it's your channel. Do what you want. I don't understand why you subject yourself to losers,
Right, but she's pointing out.
doxers, racists. Like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
Bigots,
She-
homophobes. Why would you want these people anywhere near you?
I don't know, Tracy. You know why? Because I don't know. Because they think that's the rage bait, I guess. And because people like this allow it. Racism was dying down.
It was.
As
It
far
was
as-
dying. It was dying the death it deserved.
Yes.
And now we've got people that it's almost like we've overcorrected, and now it's, you're not going to tell me what I can and can't say, so I'm going to say, all the words
Mhm.
and make you
Yes.
mad and make you crazy. And that's where we're at now. It's
Yep,
people,
we've got-
flexing
Yes.
their right to say whatever you tell them not to say.
Oh, I have a theory too, Pammy B, and I'm trying to shut it down. Here's what, hey, Jessica. She last night kept saying, now watch the people who do this and pay attention to that. Pay attention to who Dana focuses on. And it's going to be someone calling her out, I don't believe you're a real therapist. And then she's going to spend the next however long trying to prove to Lou Hammer, who she does not know, who apparently has a video on his channel doxing her. She points that out.
Which I don't understand why you would do that. Now, anybody who wants to know your personal private information just has to go to his channel and see it now. Why would you do that? Whatever. It's none of, you do you, girl. You do whatever you want. I don't know. I shouldn't have to teach you internet safety. You're not my child, and you're
Right.
not, 10.
You
Like-
beg for this attention, and that's the attention you're going to get. If someone doxes me, they get kicked out. KCL, this is what's wrong with Noelle, okay? I saw her come in chat last night and start cussing people and doing that. I don't want that in my chat. I don't want to be saying I just don't want the drama in my chat that she brings. And she's a porn bomber. I don't want anything at all to do with her. And so if she comes in chat, get her out quick.
Yeah, she's not welcome here.
If you
Sorry.
allow a porn bomber, someone that you know is a porn bomber on your panel, you're begging for it.
Yeah. No, she's unfortunately she doesn't. She's yells and cusses and is just very disruptive in the chat. And why nobody tries to correct her behavior, I'll never understand. But so instead of putting up with any of that, we're just happy to just part politely. Just no, thank you. Go somewhere
Yeah.
else. And she doesn't come here anyway that I know of, so it doesn't even matter.
No. Mm-mm.
Moving forward, and Carrie, I'll talk to you about it later, Carrie. I meant to say hello to you about something else. You're a dear person.
Okay,
What Richard says
Hi,
is,
Gwen.
Richard, is Gwen here? Why didn't I say?
Fine, right?
Oh no, that's
Gwen?
Carrie. That's Carrie.
Why? Why do I always get those two mixed up?
There's similar energy, I think. It's probably. Yeah.
Hi, Andy.
The whole
right,
panel
if
is
I'm-
trailer park drama. What does that even mean?
Lou,
Lou,
come
are you
on.
getting, what's wrong with you? You're like being nice and all of a sudden you're taking, your aggressions out on us. Not nice. We don't say anything bad about you at all. There's nothing that we
Never.
say bad about you, or we don't talk about how you keep talking about Russia. And I enjoy listening to that, as a matter of fact. So I don't think you're weird. And I don't, and you know what? None of us live in a trailer. Okay. And none of us live in a trailer park. Okay. So there's that.
And there's nothing wrong with that
Come on,
if you do.
talk like that.
Right. I'm not sure why she's saying all this. I don't think it's to us. I think
No. It was to Lou. He must have been making fun of people who did. I just want people to know there's nothing wrong with that. If
no, a roof over your head is a roof over your head. Thank God for it. Good
listen,
grief.
I saw a camper the other day that was 2-story. I would so live in that camper. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
I'm really surprised at you because you don't do that. That's not you, especially the people that enjoy your company.
Like her.
Listen
Yeah.
to it. There is a thing, like they say, change the channel, buddy. Go somewhere else. Apparently, you like hearing it.
Yeah,
and
you
you're
don't have to
here.
be here.
It's your
And,
choice.
Lou, whatever. Lou, whatever. Abuse King. So, also, you were leaving my panel immediately when things weren't going your way. You didn't even notice what Richard said to you until well after the fact. What he said was, yeah, pretty shocking, pretty stunning. And nobody here's like, yay, everything Richard says. There's no way. But if that's
No,
lost
I-
on you, I'm sorry,
right.
babe. However, what is
I
it?
didn't like it.
Nobody likes it. Nobody here. I don't even know if
No
Rich,
one-
who knows, right? I'll be quiet for a second. Go on.
No, I don't like any guy talking to a woman like that. So there's that. But
Well, I think he did it because she was doing it to Noelle, and he had an issue with her
Mhm.
calling Noelle those words, so he came up and did it to her.
1000%. That's why he was saying that to Noelle, because of the way she treated Noelle. When I said, "Oh, stinky Ann, that's Noelle. She got special."
So again, focusing on the bitch, focusing on that instead of the racial slur that was talked about. They
Right.
say it real quick. Nobody likes that. They say it real fast. Well, Dana, says it real fast. But she won't address it. And she certainly, especially when Richard comes in, she's certainly not going to ask him not to do that again or anything like that.
No, she never says that. And Randy didn't even hear it when it happened.
Which is why we didn't go live about it until yesterday.
Right.
I mean, doesn't that make sense?
But you know that you wish that I had have heard it, so you would have gotten a shit show. Well, I'll tell you, you wouldn't have got one because, and you're going to hear she came on your panel. She interrupted your panel. You was happy to have me. I came up there to have a nice Charlie Kirk conversation. That's what I wanted to talk about. It's been on my heart. I like to talk about it. I enjoy the conversation part of it. You don't want conversation. You want agreeance, Dana. That's what you want. But you want to debate too, but you want to win every debate, and that can never happen. But you act like you did me a favor by letting me up, and behaving acts the same way. And I'm just taken aback by that. Hey, Nanny.
Special needs. No, Randy, you just called her a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. She has special needs. Hear me out. I'm not going to shame you. But if you're not paying attention, maybe you won't realize that this person has extremely special needs. And she did it. She continued anyway. Richard came in and
She
went
didn't say
that.
that.
After her. Well, I mean,
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I was kind of like, well, that's pretty good. You're going to go after somebody who's abusing some young woman with special needs? Well, I mean, you had it coming. You had it coming, Randy.
So now you had it coming.
I had it coming. I had it coming.
Yeah.
You know, you bite a shark bites back. Right, Dana? Isn't that what you said last night?
Coming. And I quite frankly, I don't like any kind of racial slurs. They're shocking to me. But he did it.
They're not shocking to you, though, Dana. They're not. We have played clip after clip of you, literally throwing your panties at him with his racial crap. Like, what are you talking about? You're shocked. You're not shocked. You're not bothered by it. It turns you on. That's what you said. You said it turned you on.
Me too, Stellar. Me too. And notice how what's weird is she says, I'm shocked by it. Not, I'm offended by it.
But she's neither.
Right.
That's a lie.
So
you're saying that because social norms or whatever dictate that that's what you should say, and you know that. So that's why you're saying it, but you don't mean it. You're not shocked and you're not offended. You literally said the words, it turned you on.
Yes. Put
We
it back up.
played clip after clip of you, snuggling up, humping his leg, whatever you want to say, after he says and does the most disgusting racial bigoted crap that comes out of his mouth. You're not shocked and you're not offended. You're lying. And Stellar, your comment that you just said is exactly what I've been saying for 2 days, I feel like now. I'm so glad that you said it. When you're leaving her panel, Randy, Dana was insistent you remain, and that is a control I found quite telling. Beware of people that tell you your boundaries are not okay. She tried to do the same thing to Nunya, and I hope we get to hear that part of the clip because she does the same thing to Nunya. Oh, you shouldn't have left, Nunya. And Nunya's like, well, I wasn't comfortable with what was being said. I found it vile. I was uncomfortable, so I left. Well, that's not okay. You shouldn't have done that.
And
you
you
should
don't have to tell anyone when you do that. You certainly don't have to feel obligated to tell them that's why you left the panel. Because she
Well,
didn't
I'm glad
want
she
you
did.
telling you. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm so glad
that
that she did.
Yeah. She didn't want you saying, let someone say something racist on my panel. After I cussed them the hell all the way out, they're down, blocked, and never to come back. I think it's that simple. And it does go back to the lawn chair mafia because she brings it up over and over. You made a fool of yourself, Dana. Then you made a fool of yourself last night. And I love every second of it. I love it. I love that you do that. I love that you don't have enough sense to be offended by racism. I love that you think that my grandchildren should not be here because you don't like mud sharks, right? Behaving, do you feel the same? Why are y'all more offended over the word bitch than mud shark?
Yeah. Answer that. Please answer that.
Yeah, Vicky, she takes them down.
In the name of protecting somebody who you were abusive to. So you heard about your own abuse?
I was
but not somebody who you were
abusive to
abusing in
Noel.
real
Now
time?
let me get this straight. We're all to treat Republican Ash the same, no different. She's autistic. But Noel needs to be protected at all costs. No, ma'am.
Listen, whether she needs to be protected at all costs or not, the truth is you didn't know who she was. Her name is called Stinky N or something like that. Didn't even know her name was Noel. No idea what her needs are or aren't. And you basically just set Randy up.
Yeah,
Of course she's going to come back and match that energy. Of course she's going to. She doesn't know who this person is. I'm sorry. You don't get to then scream special needs. No way. That's not how that works. I'm sorry. And I don't know why any of you guys, again, can't be a decent friend to Noelle. Tell her to knock it off.
Yeah.
You don't, why won't one of you stand up and say, look, Noelle, that's not appropriate chat behavior. Don't sit here and cuss our chats or our panel guests, or you're going to be timed out. Why don't you just say that? And then she'll learn not to do that. I don't understand. God, you guys suck as friends. You suck.
But here's what. I apologize to Noelle. And probably before Richard comes on panel. Okay. So you can take that argument and stuff it where the sun don't shine, because that is not what happened. That is not what happened. You are lying. But I am appalled that they tried to make an excuse for Richard Groyper.
Yeah. Rather than admit that maybe they played this wrong.
Right.
They're going to defend the bigot.
Time right there and then. Wait, didn't we lose Anya?
And I'm
Yeah,
back.
there she is.
My thumb has to stay away from the exit button.
Oh, your thumb.
Well, and the other thing is, to say that, how are they supposed to know that Noelle has special needs? I'm sorry, but it's clear as day that she has special needs, okay?
She
and
didn't
that she doesn't take.
misspell.
What's clear as day? Her name is Stinky N. Tell me what's clear as day about that behaving, please. This is the first interaction anyone's ever had with her.
I'm not sure, Teresa. Right. I've never seen her in chat. I've never even heard of her until that night. She was spelling everything correctly. She was like, "You bitch, give me a link, bitch. You effing bitch, give me a link. I'm going to F her up." All of that was spelled correctly. None of it was spelled wrong. I was able to read every word. How am I supposed to know?
Exactly. Clear as day. How? I never heard this woman talk. Once she gets up on panel and opens her mouth, you can understand and see a little more of what you're talking about. But honestly, all I saw was just rude behavior.
Absolutely.
Before that. That's all I saw, just rude. Like a troll, someone trolling the chat almost. That's how it seemed.
I don't disagree, Tracy. Whether
Take the same social cues that most people take. And she doesn't deserve to be called a bitch.
she does
Oh my
too.
God, that,
Well, I mean, doesn't she? If she's screaming bitch to Randy, you don't think she deserves to be called bitch back? I mean, I don't know. Seems fair
Ask
to me.
her, does she want special treatment? Ask her that. Have you asked her that? You don't take someone with special needs and put them in a pit of sharks. That's on y'all, not me. I had no
And
idea.
not even say anything to her, like, don't talk like that to people, or they're gonna come back at you and you're gonna be upset or something. Like what? God, there's so much I want to say.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think I just need to shut my mouth.
that's shocking. And then for Randy to come over my channel and say, "I'm leaving now, Dana, because I have things I have to say about certain things, and I have certain things." I'm like, well, don't go, because, and then
Not
she
what
calls
I
her a
said.
bitch. And then Richard comes in and says everything he said to her.
It's
Well, I
not
mean,
true.
Richard's hard hitting.
Yeah, that's not how that clip played out at all.
No,
We've
not true.
we've played the clip several times. Richard was up there from the jump. Randy didn't get 2 words out.
No, she let him up. She let him up. I think it was a setup. I guess maybe that's why she let me on panel. They were probably texting in the background. Come on up and cuss her out.
Yeah, teach her a lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, mighty wise teacher.
Yes. You learn from the best, don't you, Dana?
Pay attention to why, Randy. Pay attention to what was his rationale for coming after you the way he did. I mean, I'd never do that, but I'm not a
He's
I'm
a
not a
prick.
groper.
Stupid. That's it. He's a prick. You stupid idiot. You can be educated and stupid just the same. And that's what you are, Dana. An educated idiot. And the village misses you. He did not say a racial slur because I called Noelle a bitch. You liar.
I don't even know if Richard Goiper is a Goiper. I have no idea. I have no idea. Don't know.
What?
I have no idea. I have no idea if Richard Groper is an actual Groper. No idea. It's just his name. He just has years and years of history of being a Groper. But I don't know. What do I know? I don't know.
How would I know? I mean, he tells me he is, but I don't really think I
He
believe
tells
him.
me he is. That's the only thing that ever comes out of his mouth. But what do I know? I don't know. Could be anything.
He said I should get in the oven, but what? I think he's kidding.
I don't know if he's a real Groper. No idea. Jesus.
Again, educated idiot.
And quite frankly, no, I don't care, because you know what matters most to me? It isn't the club you belong to. It's the way you treat people, Randy.
Yeah, it's the way you
Dana.
treat people, Dana. It is the way you treat people. 100% agree with that.
And the person you're associating with, you had such a great conversation with, Phil, you're both people who treat people badly. And so Richard treated you badly. That's what happened.
Let me guess, Phil. You told her you didn't want to date her. Is that what it is? Just tell me.
Was it the Harry Potter panties? Did that shut you down, Phil? Did that kill it for you? Some people like Harry Potter, all right?
I don't dislike Harry. Somebody had a Harry Potter room the other day. I'm like, I would totally do that. But it's this. Oh gosh, Dana, there's so many words for you. There's so many words for you. And behaving. I wanted to get along with you. I don't understand why you did this last night. I don't. And Spoofer, I don't know why you chimed in. We said nothing about you at all.
She chimed in because this is now twice that we've had a problem with the panel of, sitting quiet while the troll goes wild. And she still feels some type of way about being called out for it. She's
Well,
not happy about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not sorry. I'm
And
not
you know
sorry.
what? You know what you should do is do it again. If you don't want to be called out for it, you should definitely do it again.
Yeah. I don't like
Show that-
racists, but I'm gonna sit with them at the lunch table.
Show that you've learned absolutely nothing and have not, promised to never do that again, and then do it again. Great idea. Well, I'm sure we'll say nothing the second time.
Yeah,
Patterns of behavior and all.
right.
Right,
Yeah.
Dana? Those patterns of behavior, those wacky
You know who I'm
patterns.
not gonna share my pudding with? Racist.
No, I'm not.
Stupid.
Hey, Nana Patty.
Hey, Nana Patty.
And Lou, I'm a fraud. You're a freak. My fraudulent behavior is based on what? Me not being what I say I am? You're freaking idiotic. No, I am a psychotherapist and you're not. Ha 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 ha. What do you want me to do about it? Must suck to be you. I don't even know what to make of that. I'm a fraud is ridiculous, but okay.
I wouldn't even give him the attention, Dana.
No,
It's
you're right. You're
stupid.
completely right.
Yeah.
But he did recently dox me, and I think that if it happens
I
again,
know.
everybody and anybody should have that guy's ass kicked off of YouTube because he'll do it to anybody. He's done it to a lot of people.
And yet here he is in your chat, ma'am. Here he
Right,
is,
not
right here in your
blocked.
chat.
Not blocked at all.
Not
you
blocked. Not blocked. Getting attention in your chat. Why aren't you blocking him? Do you understand that you control your own channel? You're in charge of your panel and you're in charge of your chat, and you can block people and remove them if you don't like them. Before you start doling out advice to the rest of us to get rid of this guy, maybe you should get rid of him. Set the example for us, Dana.
Oh, well, you say later on, it's so hard to run, be on panel and run a chat. I don't see the chat. Well, you haven't missed a comment this fella made,
Mm.
but you haven't acknowledged anyone else in your chat. Look at, Republican Ashley's down there begging for some attention. Randy, you go live every time people talks about us. They go live about us more than you.
Uneducated females. That's us.
More
That's
than
us.
you.
I'm sorry he doxed you. That's not nice.
Yeah, most of it was wrong. Some of it was right. It was enough to be disturbing.
Well, and for the record, I'm sorry he doxed you too. I don't know why you're letting him stay in your chat. I don't get
Yeah.
that. It sounds like you're desperate to have an army. You'll take any fucking body.
Right.
Like, start weeding out the wheat from the chaff. Start weeding out some of these people.
In a little bit, she spits out some knowledge and she's like, see, Lou, how would I know that? Randy, Wendy, how would I know that? Who are you trying to convince?
How would I know what?
How would she know? Like when she
How
starts
would
talking
she-
about, because she goes in, and I was in the shower and couldn't turn it off because I took a shower,
But
I
how
had
would
to take
she know
3
what?
showers yesterday. I was so dirty. No.
Did you have a burrito at your family togethers?
But she's, going on and on about Ed Gein, which Nanya, I could not finish that. I would love to talk about it. She, Ted Bundy, because she knows it all, she knows it all. And then she reminds us, and see, how would I know that if I wasn't a psychotherapist? I think you could just leave the therapist off that, you psycho.
But anyway, Randy and Wendy having a ball at somebody's expense is pretty telling. And, without even real conversations, yes, I do work during the day, most days, so I wasn't able to participate. But quite frankly, I don't think I would have been in a safe place to participate in a conversation full of cackling hens who are relentlessly going at women. So I don't think I want to be there. They've lost my respect or even, any willingness to have a conversation with people who treat people like that. Come on, puppy.
Right. We're out of order. Sure. We're
That's
completely
so
out of
gross.
line.
Right. We're the bad people. We're the bad ones.
Right.
Cackling hens, because we like to have a good time and laugh. I know you don't understand that, Dana, but you think, because you think that Richard Groyper's funny. I guess it's part of that dark humor, right?
Yeah. That's we're the problem for sure.
So yeah. Who's
Just
Josie
ignore it.
Lucy?
Please ignore it. Please
Why
ignore
does
it.
she, yeah,
Yeah, she can go. Get out of here.
You know,
Bye-bye.
Okay, so you do know how to block people. Interesting.
Who'd she block?
I'm not sure who she blocked, but she just said, she's gone. She's out of here. Goodbye. But yet Lou Hammer's still in there.
Right.
That's
You
weird.
love bad attention from men. Now,
Right?
if he had named himself Mary Hammer, she'd be gone.
You know what, Randy? Dang, girl.
Yeah.
I feel like a whole light bulb just went off.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Do you realize that, Dana? You like bad attention from men.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind as we go through the rest of this.
Physician, heal thyself. How was your relationship with your parents? Think about it.
I mean, that's fascinating to me. You're not willing to take it from a woman. She's out. Goodbye. She knows how to be blocked. Obviously you do know how to block people. But Lou Hammer, who's doxed you, is still there, demanding your professional license number, which is ridiculous. Lou, you don't need to have her license number. Stop it. The exact same way a plumber must provide their license number to potential customers. Well, if she starts being your therapist, then you're entitled to her license number, Lou. But whatever, regardless, he's still there, giving abuse, and you're taking it.
Yeah. And arguing
with not
with
a
him.
thing in the world that you think you can do about it. That's really telling. Wow.
Right. Except you want to prove him wrong and you want him to keep talking to you. Not the people on panel are you speaking with. It's Lou in chat.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting.
And the other one. Because he's going to keep coming here.
Again, I really am not trying to start any shit. I just have an opinion about what happened today. There were many people whose behavior on that panel was disgusting. And Randy, you were one of them.
I'm sorry,
100%.
I didn't see it. I don't know what you guys are talking
No,
about.
when
Okay,
Randy
well,
was on panel,
here's
going
what
after Noel,
happened.
going after me. Like I didn't
Here's
say
what
or
I
do
said.
anything. That,
Put the live back up. Here's what I said. Dana, no. Behaving came in and she said another shit show or something like that. And I said, shut up, Dana. Like I always say. That's it. I don't believe I cussed her out. I didn't call her a name. Nothing. I didn't call her anything. And then I go on later to tell Noelle, I'm like, me and Behaving, I just go at her. That's what we do. But all that's crossed that she acts like I called her names, kicked her puppy, ate her cookies, and went home. That's what Behaving acts like. I said, shut up, Behaving. Put it back up.
She does say that a lot, Tracy. You're right. Yeah, she's, I don't want to start anything. I'm not trying to get into anything. She really doesn't want to fight with us. And that's fine. I'm not interested in fighting with her either. But my God, if you're going to misrepresent everything I say, I'm damn sure going to correct you. And I'm bothered. I'm bothered that the first sentence out of your mouth, again, was a complete misrepresentation of everything that happened and everything we were upset about in the furtherance of your victimhood.
And yet another lie, too. Yes, it's all... And I get perception. The perception is different. I get that. And maybe you perceived it differently. But I wasn't cruel to you. The way that you're cruel on this panel by justifying the racism.
Which I don't think she is justifying the racism. But she's justifying the Richard coming up and calling you a bitch, which you don't need to justify that. It's fine. Whatever. We understand that.
Yeah.
No one's bothered by that. It's the rest of it that was ridiculous.
Yeah. What do y'all not get? He couldn't get to me by calling me a bitch. So he went for my grandbabies. What part of that do y'all not get?
Right. Yeah. What don't you get about that?
And what do you stand for? What do you stand for?
And again, if you're so upset about the way Phil was talking to people, why didn't you ask Dana to kick him from the panel?
Right.
Or say something? Why don't you say something? Are you so scared of losing friends? Maybe that's it. Maybe you're too scared. You're scared that, you're going to piss Dana off, which you might. That is a possibility. She certainly doesn't like people exercising their own boundaries. So that is a risk for sure. But I mean, why wouldn't you say something if you're that bothered by it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't, if you're that, yeah, I agree. You can go to another panel where you can do exactly what I did because you all have panels. If you don't like what's being said to you on a panel, you can make a new one, and you know that there's no rule against it.
Wait, didn't she apologize to you?
She did apologize to me, but
Yeah, 'cause
when
she
you're
can-
going to go
But-
live and bring me into it again, saying that I'm responsible for what Richard says and does, or that I'm a loser because
So again, I'm going to want the timestamp of this. We said you're responsible for what Richard says and does, A, and that you're a loser. I want the timestamp of these things where we said this.
I'm responsible for what Richard says and does, or that I'm a loser because I hang out on Dana's panel, and anyone who hangs out on Dana's panel is a loser. I
Oh,
like you,
is that
Dana.
so?
I have
I'm
fun.
Whoa. Am I a loser? I was
Yeah,
there.
anyone that hangs out here is a loser. This is where
Do you hear that? Do you hear this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find the clip. Hold on. Pause, please. Give me 1 second.
What's going on in chat? Okay, so now it's Pantygate. I wish I didn't play that clip now, or didn't have that clip played.
What's going on?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Black Eagle, what's going on?
But I'm so glad something weird is happening. I'm not going any further in here. It's not going any further. Okay, gotcha. I'm so glad that you got the clip to what was said, because
Yeah, because like I said, I went back and I've listened to her stream now a couple of times.
yeah,
So
I
there's-
couldn't understand because you were so gaslighting. Seriously, I'm texting people. Did I say that? What did I say?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play what I said. And if there's something I'm missing, please let me know. I don't need to share the screen. I'm just going to play it. You can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it.
I didn't listen to what happened before I got there.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yes.
it was a shit show before I got there. And then supposedly after I got there, even though, I knew I had been drinking, so I didn't want to come off as one of them idiot drunks. And the last time I went on a panel drinking, I acted out, and so that's why I apologized to Behaven the next day for coming at her. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm sorry, Behaven. I do wish, Behaven, that you would say something to me about, because you were sitting there when he said that. Maybe you didn't hear it. And
Well, I saw that she's in the chat. I mean, on that little clip that we showed, she's there in the chat.
oh, I thought she was on panel. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, maybe she was on panel as well. I have no idea, but she definitely was in the chat. She was on panel with the second clip that I showed when he was talking about Hitler not doing his job.
Yeah.
She was on that panel. But was she on panel with you too when you were?
She came up there.
That's it. There's one more clip.
The
where-
nerve of me to say maybe Behaving didn't hear it. Wow.
Right.
I really went at you yesterday, didn't I, Behaving?
Right.
Nunya,
Here's
I
the-
hope you're here and I hope you heard that.
Yes. Here's one more.
We don't fuck with Groyper on purpose. Like we don't mess with trash. Like he's a garbage human. Like why would we want to mess with him? I don't understand anybody that wants him on their panel. Carla, looking at you. Dana, looking at you. I don't understand anybody that wants him on their panel. Or anybody that wants to support anything that he has to say. It's certainly not going to come out well for you.
Or someone says, I know he says bad things, but I like him anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. That's what we said.
Yeah.
So I don't understand anybody that supports Richard or the things that he says. If you do not support the things he says, this does not apply to you. So again, I'm going to want the timestamp of where I called Carla trash
Mm-hmm.
or where I said Behaving is a loser.
I said trash. I called Richard Groyper trash.
Same.
Not Carla. Not anyone. Nunya, you were being so gaslit last night that it was so hard for me to not type in chat that I would not. There was no way that I was giving Dana any. I just wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to argue with behaving. You were being lied to. I don't know why. I think that y'all please look into why they were trying to get you to believe that.
Because she has to be on their side.
Yeah.
It's sides. It's teams. It's army building.
But
So
we're
we're
building
not
an
doing-
army over here.
So we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about a dumb army. I'm not interested in that.
No one called anyone anything other than Groiper. I did say I don't understand people who let him on their panel, and I stand behind that.
Same. But I didn't call you losers. I didn't call you trash. And I don't understand why you would say that I did. Other than your need to be a victim of me again.
No, Vicky, you're in the army. You keep your camo pants on.
All right. Let me see if I can zoom past through some of this because this is
Where
going to be long.
Are we going to do the thing?
Yeah, where the losers hang out. Listen, if you like the way that Richard talks and thinks that, and you think that the things that he says are okay, then you are a loser. 100%, full 10 toes down. Am I saying that? You are. You're a bigoted loser. If you don't, then this doesn't apply to you. I don't know if I could be any more clear.
Dana, you're a coward. You don't stand up for what you believe. You want to talk about politics and Charlie Kirk and that, but what do you stand for?
Think again? What is this? What is this? Are we supposed to say we don't care where you go? And now all of a sudden you care? I mean, what did I do? Don't group me into this, Randy.
Literally never happened, Nunya. Never happened.
Never
Your name
happened.
wasn't even mentioned. Nobody said a word about you. But behaving sure made you think so. That
Mhm.
makes me sick. That pisses me off.
Don't. Please don't.
Oh, Randy. Okay, Randy. Randy is a lady who goes on YouTube to bash people. Wendy is a person who goes on YouTube to bash people. No, that doesn't mean they're always bashing people, but can you find a time where they're not bashing somebody somewhere, somehow? Anytime, ever? So the curiosity is your channel's big because you're a person basher. I mean, that's, kind of psychopathic, isn't it? Quite
I
frankly.
thought they were into
We're psychopathic, but you have this bigoted prick on your panel to abuse your people
And abuse you.
and
Make
you.
no mistake. He
Right.
abuses you.
But we're psychopathic.
Is that your official diagnosis, Dr. Dana? Exactly,
and-
Jana.
Hey, Jana, good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
You're missed.
Yes, you are missed. For the record, we have plenty of chats where we don't bash people. And this isn't bashing people. That's not what we're doing here. This is important. I think it is. It's very important. Someone put their foot down about the way people are treated. I'm sorry. I feel strongly about it. What was said about Randy's grandchildren was vile. And shame on you for not doing anything or saying anything. Shame on you for that. That's how I feel, period. I'm never going to not feel that way. If that means you can't like me or stand me, then fine.
Right. We don't care, Dana.
I'll be okay. I think
Somehow
what was
I've
said about
made
her
it 50
grandchildren was-
years without having Dana for a friend. So I think I'll make it another 50.
Right. I'm a person basher. Like, that's all I do. You're so full of shit. What a gaslighter you are.
This was a perfect example of gaslighting, this whole panel. I'm not saying the people on the panel, some of the people on the panel. Dana behaving was such a gaslighter last night. I don't understand why. I apologize to her. I didn't even call you out of your name that I know of, but I apologized not once, but twice. I apologized again yesterday for going at you that night. That wasn't good enough for you behaving because you're holding on to something. I don't know what it is. Maybe you should tell me.
I like this comment. The fact that she platforms people who attacks kids is disgusting. It is disgusting.
Yes.
Stellar said no therapist should float psych labels like narcissist, which she has done on several occasions. I have seen. Oh yeah, Randy's a narcissist, according to her. Randy
Me?
is. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's you. An idiot.
To crime.
Well, she.
doing
I
crime
think
too.
I'm the
Right,
one
they're
that
in-
said that she was diagnosed, and she diagnosed us as psychopaths, right?
I don't know. I've lost track of the names that she's called us. I don't
Oh.
know.
treating
Twist. What's
yeah, there's I mean, I'm sure they're also into that.
I
which
know
is-
that they
yeah.
didn't like what was said about Evelyn, and I'll be honest with you, I don't give a shit.
Of course.
I
I don't give a
Evelyn's-
shit
I have-
either.
I don't even know what was said about Evelyn, so I don't know what
Neither.
you're referring to there, Nunya. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know what was said about it. I know y'all don't get along, and honestly, I stay out of it. It's none of my damn business. I don't weigh in on it, you know?
because it goes deep. It goes way
Right.
too
It goes deep and far, frankly. Yes. And I'm overwhelmed even by little things about it because I don't know the history. I just know that it's bad and it's deep and it's serious. That's all I know. So I stay out of it.
When something's that deep and you don't know the ins and outs, you could never win. Jumping in the middle of it, because you know what? I have watched, sat back and seen y'all fall out and make up plenty of times. Then who stands there with the egg on their face?
Right. I mean, right. There's that, but there's that too. Yes. Yes, there's that. But
Yeah,
I
well, I'm
and
just
I
saying
happen
it's not just
I
that.
happen to like Nunya. I happen to like Nunya. I happen to like Evelyn. I like Jeff.
Me too.
You know, I don't agree with everything. Obviously, we have different political viewpoints on some things. Some things we agree on.
Mm-hmm.
We just keep it there. We just keep it there at that place. We don't go deeper than that because nobody wants to fight. I mean, we don't want to fight. But,
No.
But everybody, you know, for the rest of it, I'm not going to weigh in on y'all's fight because it's obviously deeper than I know, and it's very serious, and I don't feel like it's my place at all.
Here's what Evelyn posted something the other day that I didn't agree with. Instead of running my mouth or typing anything out, I scrolled. Imagine that.
Right, you just kept it pushing.
Yeah,
Not impossible. You can do that. All right, I'm going to keep going.
I have
Good.
my opinions and I'm entitled to them, and you like her, that's great. Not all of us are going to like everybody, so then deal with. I'm
Let me-
sorry,
look, I-
I have not. I'm not apologizing for things that I say because I have a reason.
And no one's asking. I'm not asking you to. And neither is Randy. You all have your own conversations. They don't include us, and we have never weighed in on them, Nunya. And you should know that because what you're being told here is that somehow we have an opinion about it. We don't.
For saying it. You're not there when the things happen. You only see what you guys want
Right.
to see on the mass parade output on your channel. You don't see what goes on anybody else's channel.
And you're absolutely right about that. We do not. You're right. Which is why we don't weigh in on it.
right.
Okay?
But y'all
Maybe you watched
want us to. You wanted me to weigh in on things Phil said when I wasn't there to hear them. Then you
And
want
then
me
you
to
were
go back
then
and
you were
listen?
called a liar.
Right.
Wow. That's a big word with no proof.
Hey, Jason. Right. Well, how do you know what I watched and didn't watch? I would tell you if I watched it. I would tell you.
Right. Like, why would you lie about it? There's no reason to lie about something like that. That's a weird thing to lie about. But
No, Evelyn does not bring her beef to us. She does not.
no, she doesn't bring any of it here. Which is mostly why I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
In fact, I've gone to Evelyn privately and asked her, what the fuck, dude? What is happening? And she says, it's nothing. I got it. Don't worry about it. All right. I mind my business. I stay out of it. KCL, can you please stop fighting with Jeff in chat? Please.
I think that was stellar.
But he's poking at Jeff.
Oh,
And I don't
well,
know if
yeah,
Jeff is poking back or not. I have no idea. Please, both of you, stop it.
Hey, y'all,
Anybody?
just a Kumbaya stream just while we get through this, please. You give opinions, but don't go at each other, please.
But you don't watch. You don't come in and you see something and like, well, I didn't hear it, so that means it's not true. That's bullshit, and you know it. You would say the same thing if somebody said that about you. I know you guys.
Of course.
I know
it's
that.
Look at this. Of course. As if we wouldn't completely agree with that. She's absolutely right. And we agree with every word.
Yes.
Of course, Nanya. Of course. So manipulative. She knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was playing it last night. Are you okay? I'm okay.
My gosh.
Can I address one quick thing for 3 seconds? I'm so sorry. Lou, don't worry, honey. Okay.
Again, back to Lou.
Back to Lou.
Abusive males. All their attention. That's all she wants.
I am not a therapist. I'm actually I'm a home what do I do? I'm a home, I don't even know what I am. I build homes. I'm a carpenter. There we go. I build homes, and I don't build homes while on YouTube. I'm not a carpenter while on YouTube. So I don't feel like I have to give my carpenter's license while on YouTube, because I only build homes for people who aren't on YouTube. So your bizarreness of I have to present my licensure and the number is so freaking weird. It's so weird. I'm not giving you therapy, you freak of nature. I'm giving nobody therapy here. However, if I'm a licensed therapist, that's my business, none of yours. You saying that in a chat is so freaking dumb. Do you think anybody's going, that's a good point, Donna, let's see your license number. If I'm giving you therapy or you're my patient or client, then you have every right to ask for that. You're simply a guy on YouTube who freaking doxes women. You freak of nature, get away from me.
Wanda, I didn't hear that.
And you have literally ignored the complete rest of your chat.
And only paid attention to this abusive doxer.
Yeah. Didn't you see the wisdom that Republican Ash is dropping? Drama community don't like free speech. We love free speech. We don't like hate speech.
Right. That's why a lot of them are sensitive with certain words. Yeah, hateful, bigoted, racist, homophobic words. Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we are sensitive to those words. You're right. Mm-hmm. And here comes Tawanda for the win. What was said about Randy's grandkids, that was the issue. Thank you, Tawanda. Thank you. Somebody fucking paying attention.
Always a winner. Always a winner, that Tawanda.
What Richard said about her grandkids, if someone said about my grandkids, I would go after them too. Thank you. They were upset. They were upset, and I can't, the heart is covering it, so I can't tell. Nobody said anything to Richard. Thank you, Tawanda. God,
not one person.
I don't know if you guys remember, I jumped down because I was getting aggravated by the things that was getting said. So
I didn't even know what that word meant, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've heard him say that. I don't quite know what it means, but it wasn't heard in real time. However, look, that was shitty. Tawanda, for sure, shitty thing to say. But there was other things being said that was very, very shitty that, Brandy so conveniently turns a blind ear to. But for me to be called a whore and a bitch and a fucking bitch by Phil, and Randy to be.
So again, another man you let speak to you that way. See, Phil didn't talk like that to me. Did he talk like that to you, Randy?
No, not at all.
Did he call you a
Very
whore and a bitch and a whatever? Yeah, he didn't talk like that to me
Mm-mm. No,
because I wouldn't allow it.
no,
I don't let people talk to men or women talk to me like that.
no.
For no damn reason. You know, if we're fighting, it's one thing, but just come up here and call me names out of the blue. No,
I
but
can't.
you take it from men, and I guess for whatever reason you're unable or unwilling to stop it. You're in control of the panel. Why didn't you kick Phil? Why didn't you
Right.
kick him off the panel?
Why would you sit there and let someone verbally abuse you? If he came up, first of all, where I'm from, you call someone a whore, that means you're ready to fight. I think that is a despicable word. I said it one time on this platform and quickly apologized. So no, I don't agree with that at all. But you know what? You took it.
What? Yeah.
Why
Why didn't
would
you
you
just kick
sit
him?
and take it?
And everybody else that was on the panel that was so upset. Why don't you ask Dana why she didn't kick him?
Yeah. The thing is how I know you didn't kick him is when I pulled the chat, when I got on YouTube, the reason I went on Dana's was because Phil was up there talking about Charlie Kirk.
Also, remember the little clip that we do have we played yesterday. When you were leaving, she asked you not to leave, and she asked Phil not to leave.
Yeah.
But she was so bothered and hurt by what he was saying. It was terrible. But you asked him to stay. Why?
Well,
Did that
ladies,
turn
make
you
it-
on? Did that turn you on too?
I would
Do you
love for
get
the
turned
ladies
on
to
by
make it-
abusive men? I mean, I'm really genuinely curious now. You asked him not to leave. You told Randy not to leave. You wouldn't let her exercise her own boundaries. You tried to scold her for trying to leave. And then you told Phil not to leave. This horrible, abusive piece of shit that was calling you all these names that you were so upset by. But you wanted him to stay there. Why?
I can't figure it out. I can't figure out why they've made such a huge deal out of what Phil said, but let him stay there and continue to. I guarantee you he's not blocked from her chat. I'll guarantee you he could go back on panel.
She asked him to stay on the panel. But she was so hurt and upset by it. But she asked him to stay. Why? That's weird.
And again, you teach people how to treat you. Oh, therapist one you.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just so cordial and wonderful to that guy. I mean, talk about convenience and inconvenience. And when she hears something and when she doesn't, that's also important.
Tawanda, can I just say something? And I don't want to have problems with anybody, but why didn't Randy address it then?
Of course.
We are addressing it. What are you talking about? Randy didn't know that it happened until she got the clip of it the next day. That's when we went live and addressed it. What are you talking about? That's what we addressed, and you turned it into us coming after you.
Exactly. Again, making it about you, which I don't understand how yesterday's panel became about behaving again.
I mean, apparently we called her a loser. I don't remember doing that. Oh, I got a Cash App. Thank you so much.
I did too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. That's so sweet of you. But again, like I said, I'm gonna need the timestamp of when I called you a loser.
Yes.
Or when I said that anybody over there, because look at the chat. Can we get t-shirts with loser club member on them? Literally never happened.
Right. Yeah. Prove it. Show. I left a stream up and okay, Super Serial goes up and I didn't think he was that rude, but they took him as rude. And I don't know, you probably recorded that part. And instead of saying, hey, you're being rude, I think this ain't the time for you to be up here. Why are you being rude? What's wrong? I'd be like, fuck you, buddy. Get down. If I thought, no, and don't be offended, Super Serial. I'm not coming at anyone. if I thought someone was being rude, I'm not letting them stay up there with me.
Jenna. I think she should really stick to building houses. That was awesome.
I don't think that she'd be good at the foundation.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Damn.
I'm patting myself on the back for that one. Good job.
Why do we have to
Thank
be
you.
responsible for what comes out of Richard's mouth? Just because I'm on a panel does not mean that I have a responsibility to scold or reprimand.
Perfect.
I'm not putting that on myself. And
And that's
Because
fine.
y'all-
That's fine behaving. You don't have to. It's not your responsibility. You don't have to if you
Right.
don't want to. If
Tell
you
me
want
who
to
you want.
sit,
I'll believe you. There.
right, right. If you want to sit quietly while shit like that is being said about grandchildren and say nothing, and you're okay with that, and you can sleep at night knowing that you did and said nothing again, then fine. That's okay. No one's putting that responsibility on you. I'm certainly not.
Thank you. I just got another tip. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, mind of my own. Why?
Because you're famous.
Dr. Phil has done like millions of shows. Why in the world? My one little, well, two-parter, I guess, but how does that end up on clips? That's hysterical to me. I don't understand that, but all right. Ugh.
and
Yeah,
I'm not allowing anybody else to put it on me.
Perfect.
It was
Especially
said
when
to
it's not
her.
even your channel.
Yeah, it was said to her. I didn't even know what the word meant, what it implied.
Boofer,
She was there.
behaving.
She had
No
every.
one put it on y'all, especially when it's not even your channel. No one put it on anyone except for Dana. Look at the name of the stream yesterday.
Yeah, it really was about Dana. Dana controls the panel. She has the power to remove somebody or mute them or tell them to stop. She did none of those things. Would it have been wonderful if you guys had, like Nunya, gotten down and exercised your own boundaries? Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Mhm.
You would have gotten mad props from us, lots of respect.
Absolutely. You would have got all kinds of respect. But hey, by far, you've
But
lost that wrong time ago.
It's certainly not your responsibility, and nobody's putting that on you.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is Dana has the nerve to say that she doesn't respect us. Are you? Oh no!
I'm okay.
Whatever will I do?
Oh no! Yeah, I'll be all right with that. That's okay. That's okay by me. I don't
And by
need
the way
respect.
things are looking, if she does respect you, you're not a good person. Because look at who she respects. Richard Groiper.
Mhm. I mean, she doesn't even respect Nunya.
No, she let Nunya sit there and be lied to the entire chat.
And
then gaslit her. Scolded her for don't tell people you're getting down.
right. Tried to give her shit for making her own boundaries. It's a red flag. Red flag.
I think we typed at the same time to each other. Listen to her. Wow.
Yeah. Like, how manipulative. That was so smooth, the manipulation. Like you're professional, girl. I'll give you that.
Hey, Cole, I'm not taking away from, I'm not saying that he's not intelligent. I'm saying that he is someone who I choose to not be around. And that is something that is known. People know that on YouTube. Dana knew that, but she let him on panel. Now, were they messaging back and forth saying, let me on panel? I'm sure they were now, looking back. It was a setup, but I had no idea. I thought they wanted a real conversation about Charlie Kirk.
Every opportunity to address it right then and there. But she left.
Absolutely. Yes. So Tawana, nobody's going, well, we agree with what Richard said. I don't imagine anybody here would be like, we're cool with that. Number one, it happened so fast that I don't think anybody was catching on to it.
I didn't even hear the word until I listened to live today.
Well, yeah, that's when we heard it too.
Here's Behaven's in chat. Behaven, did you hear the clip where I literally said yesterday on panel, I don't know that Behaven even heard it? But why did you make this about you last night? Oh, no, sweet. Real conversations are hard to come by, Jeff. And that's all I wanted that night was a real conversation. And luckily, I got one on my own panel.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to have a real conversation when a known troll gets up there, especially a bigoted racist one.
And Behaving, I thought you are supposed to be Nunya's friend. Why did you gaslight her into thinking that our stream was about her? And let me ask you this. Do you have the timestamp where anybody called y'all losers? Because we can't find it. And Wendy listened 3 times to the
I
stream.
listened to our stream 3 times, Behaving, looking for the time where I called you a loser or Carla trash or anything like that. And I found nothing. So
No,
if you
we
can help
called-
me out, I would like to know where that is. Because that was not said.
Yes, and you emphatically said it last night, and you repeated it. You repeated it over and over and over till I'm texting people saying, "Did I say that? When did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Maybe I did say it." So when was it said? No, we don't need recordings from a year ago. It was supposed to be said yesterday. Y'all need less gummies.
All
I'm
right,
just
let
going
me
to call you
say.
gummies. Okay, I'm going to use.
Oh,
the
I just
restroom.
got another. Hold on. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful we are able to reconnect again. I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading that out loud and I probably shouldn't have. Thank you. I think I know who that is. And thank you. I appreciate that. And it's very kind of you.
It was
Me
me.
too. Thank you, Randy. It's very kind of you.
No, it wasn't me, y'all.
Sorry that
I
I'm
got
reading
no
that
more.
out loud. I don't know if I should have done that. I apologize if I shouldn't have done that.
I do need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Me too. Okay, you go and then come back and then I go. I
Okay.
gotta go. Hurry up. I'll just keep hitting play.
I didn't even catch it. I really, truly didn't.
Right. And you know, it's fascinating. At the very end of Randy's live, I heard them say, "We're not mad at Richard. Oh, no. We're mad at Dana." I'm sorry. What? Tell me where that makes any sense.
That doesn't
Oh.
make sense at all.
So
Really? That makes no sense. You really don't understand what we mean by that? We know what Richard is. No one is shocked or surprised by the trash that comes out of his mouth. He doesn't bother us. He's vile. He's a pig. Attacking grandchildren is stupid. And he is a loser. So nobody cares what he thinks. I had a tiny bit of hope that someone would say something and tell him to stop. But no, that was blown to hell. That's not going to happen. Nunya at least got down. Thank you, Nunya. But Dana, we hold you accountable for it because it's your panel. You have the power to remove people. You have the power to mute somebody. You have the power and authority to tell them to stop. You did none of it. So that's why we were bothered. Yeah, that's why. Does that seem unfair? Is that unfair? Please tell me.
Wait, what happened? I'm back.
They're saying that we're not mad at Richard. Dana takes issue with us saying we're not mad at Richard.
I didn't say that.
We were mad at, yeah, we did at the end. We're like, we don't care what Richard says. We don't care what Richard says. He's a pig. We know what he is. He's a troll. He's disgusting, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He lives to rage bait. He wants you to get upset. He wants the response. We get him. We understand that. So nobody's bothered by what he says, other than it's disgusting. But we are mad and upset with the fact that Dana said and did nothing, and nor did anyone else on the panel other than Nunya.
Yes. Okay, so now I misspoke and said losers when the word actually was garbage and trash. But hold on. That is a lie, Behaving. What we said was what was said was Richard is garbage and trash, and we didn't understand people who let him on panel. That's what was said. So
Yes,
you
it was.
misrepresented over and over and over and over last night that it was said about you and that it was said about Nunya. That's what you did last night. You gaslit. And I'm going to quit saying that word because it's way overused, but that is not what was said. We played it today. We called him trash. No, didn't even say Dana was trash. Said we didn't understand people who let
Well,
him on panel.
right. I didn't understand that people letting someone like him on panel when, you know, and supporting him and being okay with the stuff that he says. And I'm not talking about if you didn't hear it or you didn't understand what the word meant. I'm not even talking about that, even though I find that hard to believe. I'm sorry, I just do. But regardless, whatever. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about Dana, who says things like, "Oh, that turns me on."
Mhm.
You know, here's my Harry Potter panties. Shit like that.
Yeah.
When that is trash. That's how I feel. I think it's trash.
I do too. I think it's trashy behavior. And I think that me not expecting anything out of Richard Groyper should tell you everything. I don't expect anything out of him. I did expect mothers and grandmothers on there to be a lot more concerned with racism.
I'll be right back.
Hey, I think she wants to come up.
Come on up. Come on up. I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you, Cole. I know it's unreal to me, sweet, that people don't care. It's unreal that we are in 2025 and my grandchildren get called mud sharks and my daughter gets called a mud shark and they make it out because I'm mad because I was called a bitch. No. Thank you, Cole. I appreciate that too very much.
John, I'm on a live. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay. I misspoke and used the word loser. I apologize for that. What I specifically heard is Dana only hangs out with garbage and trash. There was no name specified.
Okay, so okay, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt. Wendy had to use the bathroom. So when she gets
Okay.
back, she can play the clip. And then you can hear exactly what was said. Because that's not what was said. You misheard it. And the bad thing is you misheard it and then you repeated it a bunch of times. But hold on, she knows the timestamp of where it is.
Okay. I believe it's like at the 52-minute mark,
Okay.
if that helps.
It does. Yes.
Okay, I'm back. All right, I heard what you were saying. Let me see if
Okay. And
I don't know if what I have is at the 52-minute mark or not. Yeah, it doesn't show on here. Let me just pull up the stream.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. Hold on.
And why last night when you kept saying that I went at Noelle, you knew, first of all, you knew I didn't know who that was in chat. And second of all, why did you not say, but when Randy was told who that was, she said, Noelle, I apologize, I didn't know.
Randy, I don't know when you came into the live stream.
I'll tell you Well, I didn't hear. I didn't. What do you mean?
I don't know if Noelle was still on panel when you came in,
No,
but
she wasn't on panel at all when I came in. When I came in, there was somebody named Stinky in chat. Didn't I mean I think I said hi to Stinky N, didn't know who that was. Then you came in and said shit show, and I said, shut up, behaving. And you act like I called you out of your name. I said, shut up, behaving. And that's it.
and I didn't say anything back to you, did I, Brandy?
No, you didn't. And even though you act like I dogged you and trashed, that's why I'm begging her to put that stream back up. You act like I called you out of your name. You acted like I did something really terrible to you. But even though you really didn't do anything wrong, you said a shit show. I came at you and I apologized. But yesterday you acted like I came and picked one of your dog's toenails out.
Randy, that's not all that was said. You got up on the panel and you had
Okay.
a lot more to say to me. Okay.
All right. What was it? Do you remember? Because I don't remember.
You were saying something about me being drunk. And
You called, yeah. Well, I did say that because you called me a drunk, and I'm like, yeah,
I
like you're
did. I
sober.
called you a drunk,
Or
Randy.
yeah, you said something about me being drunk. Something about me being drunk, I should say. Not you didn't call me a drunk. She said something about me being drunk, and I said, yeah, like you're always sober or something like that. But then what did I say? What did I say to Stinky N? I said, come on, me and Dana, we go with each other. That's what we do. That's
Yeah.
what I said, right?
Well, again, I would like to listen to it back myself too, because I didn't come at you, Randy. I even
didn't
when
say
you
that you
told me to,
did.
okay, let me just finish.
Okay.
After you told me to shut up, I didn't say anything. I've been minding my own business, not have said a word about you and Randy or you and Wendy for some time. I'm just don't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. But somehow, just my mere presence irritates the shit out of you.
No, it does. Look,
No, you
when I
told me
said
you
shut
don't
up,
like me. You told me that.
I don't care for your ways. And when I try to get along with you, like the other night, I went in straight and apologized, and I meant that. You stepped all over it yesterday. I even apologized again yesterday, and you stepped all over it last night. But just, I know Randy apologized, but I don't
But
want any problems.
you're
But
bringing me into this situation
how? How
because
behaving? Because you
you brought me
feel
up yesterday during your live like I'm somehow I
uh
didn't say a word, Randy. I
Wendy,
wasn't just
please play what I said about behaving. What I said was behaving was up there, but I don't know that she heard what was said. That if that's me bringing you into it, I apologize.
well, but why did you have to bring me up at all? That's what I'm asking you is like no matter what I do, if I
Wow, please play it,
try to
Wendy.
change my ways and do better, and even when you come at me and you tell me to shut up, I don't go back at you, and then I'm on a
Yes, you
panel.
do. Yes, you do. You know that you come
No,
back at me sometimes
I
behaving. Come on.
Randy, I don't go after you. I didn't start anything with you. Like I said, when you told me to shut up, I could have been a bitch and said some stuff in the chat. I just let it go. And then I was back up on the panel, and then you had another go at me. And yes, I responded, but I was respectful. I wasn't calling you names. I wasn't telling you I didn't
Oh,
want Randy,
you were respectful.
I was.
Well, okay,
I was.
you really weren't, but you weren't that bad. I mean, it wasn't what
Well,
you're
how was
making
I
it.
disrespectful to you?
It wasn't what what did you say? Have another drink? I don't know what you said.
I didn't say that, Randy.
I don't remember what you said. Okay. I don't remember everything that was said that night. Clearly I had been drinking, which I said over and over.
I never
But
called you a drunk. I never said have another drink. You're
you
the
said,
one that was saying that I'm
why did I say that?
drunk
Why
or
did I say
something
that?
like.
Tell your friend to put the stream back up.
I would love for it to go back up, Randy. I'm not trying to have a problem with
Me
you
too.
or Wendy,
No,
but
hold on though. I understand. But you know what? No matter what I said that night, I knew I was in the wrong because I should never have started with you. So I apologized.
And I appreciated it very much, Randy.
Did you?
I did.
Can't tell because you stomped all over it. And Wendy, please play what I said about her yesterday.
Okay, so I have looked at a stream that you told me at 52. At 52 is when we start playing the stream from Ladies Night where Dana came up on panel. So I don't think that's the right time. I looked at 152, and that's basically the end of the stream, so it's not there either. So let me play the clip I have.
Okay.
If you have something different or say there's something more, I will try to find that as well.
All right.
Here's what I have. I'm not going to bring it in. I'm just going to play it. You should be able to hear it. Let me know if you can hear it.
I didn't listen to what happened before I got there. Clearly it was a shit show.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's fast, I know, but hopefully you guys can hear it.
It's all right.
Before I got there. And then supposedly after I got there, even though, I knew I had been drinking, so I didn't want to come off as one of them idiot drunks. And the last time I went on a panel drinking, I acted out, and so that's why I apologized to Behaving the next day for coming at her. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm sorry, Behaving. I do wish, Behaving, that you would say something to me about, because you were sitting there when he said that. Maybe you didn't hear it. And
Well, I saw that she's in the chat. I mean, on that little clip that we showed, she's there in the chat.
oh, I thought she was on panel. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, maybe she was on panel as well. I have no idea, but she definitely was in the chat. She was on panel with the second clip that I showed when he was talking about Hitler not doing his job.
Yeah.
She was on that panel, but was she on panel with you too when you were?
She came up there.
Okay, so there's that.
Mhm.
Then here's another one where I specifically am talking about trash.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't fuck with Groyper on purpose. Like we don't mess with trash. Like he's a garbage human. Like why would we want to mess with him? I don't understand anybody that wants him on their panel. Carla, looking at you. Dana, looking at you. I don't understand anybody that wants him on their panel. Or anybody that wants to support anything that he has to say. It's certainly not going to come out well for you.
Or someone says, I know he says bad things, but I like him anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
There was another reference where you said that, and I'm going to try and be as accurate as possible, and I'll be happy after I can't check I'm on my phone. If I go and check, I'll kick myself off.
That's
And I'll
fine.
try and be as accurate as possible. Dana only hangs with trash. Okay. And like I was trying to say in the chat, I don't go very many places. I go on Carla's and I've been hanging out over at Dana's. So you didn't specifically say a name. And because I do frequent there, I'm assuming that I'm part of the
Okay.
garbage and trash.
Well, so let me, for the record, clear it up that I was not referring to you. I think Richard is garbage and trash. I think anyone that supports him and the things that he says are garbage and trash as well. I don't understand anyone wanting him on their panel. Carla, Dana, I don't understand that, but I don't know that they're trash. But Dana not only supports him, but says things like, you turn me on, or that turns me on, says things like, here's my Harry Potter panties, which is a clip we played earlier. If you want to
And I think it's later on
that
Behaving.
is trash, in my opinion. That is
Yeah.
trash, in my opinion.
Yes, and that very night, and I believe you were still on panel Behaving. And if you weren't, I apologize. I wish the stream was up again. There was a man on panel. I don't know who that was, and he said, "You got to say Richard Groyper is the only one who can get two people to leave panel that quick." Ha ha ha. And Dana says, "Oh yeah, that turned me on."
I think that was Coda.
Okay, I don't.
I don't really know the guy either, but I think I've made it clear how I feel about Richard. And yes, I am on panels when he's on panel. I don't muck it up with the guy.
And nobody said that you did.
I know that.
Why don't
Randy.
you leave, Haven? Why don't you leave?
Yeah, when he says something racist,
why don't you say anything? I mean, just curious. Do you have an answer or no?
Well, I haven't been on. Well, there was one time when I have left. As a matter of fact, it was probably a few weeks ago where he started in and I hopped down off the panel. I did.
Okay. Okay.
I did. I don't like that shit. I don't.
So
I'm
if
not so. And I never heard the racial slur, Randy. I
but
promise you.
no, I believe you. I believe you. And that's why yesterday I said I don't know if Behaving heard
Neither
it.
did Randy. Randy didn't hear that slur that night either. She heard it the next
No.
day.
I heard,
Yeah.
yeah, I heard it when Dana put the live back up and I clipped it. And you said I was lying. No, I have not heard what Phil said. But here's what I do know about what Phil said. Here's what I do know. I know that you ladies get on a panel and you allow these men to talk to you that way. I
What way
don't.
do I allow a
I
man to
don't.
talk to me?
If you let a man call you a bitch, a whore, a this or that, then
I don't
that
allow
is
that.
okay. Good. I'm glad to hear that. But Dana does. Now I'm supposed to somehow come at Phil and protect Dana, even though she made every excuse in the book for that racist piece of shit to talk about my grandbabies. Make
Oh,
that make sense, Behaving. Make
okay.
it make sense that y'all made me after I apologized to Noel before Richard Groyper came on panel. I apologized because I
Well,
did not
it's not
know
just
that
Dana that
Stinky
that's
N.
happened to.
Hold on. I had no idea that Stinky N was Noel. Y'all told me. I apologized. And somehow I'm still the dick. Somehow I still deserved for him to talk about my grandbabies.
No, you don't deserve that at
And
all. And
I
I,
want to know what you would do if it was say Nunya, and I'm just using you as an example because y'all are friends. Say Nunya had mixed grandbabies, and he said that to Nunya. What would you do?
well, I can tell you, I had an incident that happened in June where someone said something to my granddaughter, and I have never lost my freaking mind like I did. I understand it 100%.
I don't think you do because yesterday it was every excuse was made, Behaving. That's how I felt on Dana's panel when I didn't say anything bad about you yesterday whatsoever.
But you, I
Matter
guess,
of fact,
Randy, what I
I
had,
brought you up and apologized again.
Okay. Hold on. She felt that we associated her with losers and trash. That's what she went up
garbage and
there.
trash. And
I
I
apologize.
misspoke and said losers.
Garbage.
And I apologize for that.
Fine. I understand. But that was the mindset that she went up with. I believe her when she says that, she's never come unglued so fast. I think she does understand. I still wish, and I would like to know why you don't say anything, or why you didn't say anything or jump down that particular night. Because you didn't hear it.
I did. I heard the bitch. Yes, I heard that. But
Yeah.
there was a lot of bitches being thrown around by a lot of different people. So at that point, I wasn't
You're
offended at all
pretending.
by the bitch. Okay. I
understand.
never heard the racial slur. I didn't
I
hear
believe
it.
that 100%. I believe that because I didn't either.
Because she
Yeah.
didn't either. Right.
100%. I believe that. Please don't pretend like I was up there yelling bitch when Groyper was on panel. You can hear, I have the clip.
I'm not pretending anything.
No,
I
but
don't get things right all the time either, Randy. And if I make a mistake or if I misspeak, I'll correct it.
I know. Do you have to realize how hard it was last night, to hear you misrepresenting things that happened that night? And I didn't want to come in that chat.
Okay.
It's hard for me to believe you would be in a chat where someone is saying, get your gayness out of here. There's just so many things wrong with last night that I don't even know what to do with all of it. All of it's wrong, Behaving. I don't understand. And I can't change you. So just help me, educate me.
Okay.
Please, educate me how these things are okay.
Look at where, I mean, you've never, no one, how do I say this? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I understand.
I'm not going to police everything everybody says and does, or I couldn't go anywhere, could I? Because there's so much, people just are so bold with their words and what they're willing to say because you're not face to face with someone. I get it. I don't
because
agree
it's
with a
allowed.
lot of things that happen or that are said here.
I believe that, but they keep saying it because it's allowed. That's why. Because people sit in a chat and let it happen over and over. That's why. Because people get on a panel and yuck it up with Groyper, and Dana gets no backlash whatsoever.
I completely 100% agree with you. Again, I've made it very, very clear how I feel about that man or that person, whatever you want to call him.
And I know
I don't
you
like
feel,
it. I don't get the fascination. I don't.
I don't either. And I know what we allow will continue. If Dana, y'all, last night we were called out, me and Wendy both, for not saying things to Phil. And I said what I said. I'll talk to Phil and find out, because I didn't hear what was said, and I was called a liar about that by you. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Well, and
Well,
what's interesting though, and what's interesting about the Phil thing though, is again, why didn't Dana kick him off the panel? Phil doesn't talk like that to me. He doesn't talk like that to Randy.
well,
But he's
that's a
okay
good question. That's why I was encouraging her just to stop
And-
responding to Lou or
I
get
know.
rid of him.
And you're the only reason she did. I
Yes.
watched that. She finally
Okay.
blocked him after an hour, 2 hours of putting up
Yeah.
with Lou.
I mean,
And not only did she not kick Phil off the panel, she asked him to stay. Just like with Randy, she tried to scold Randy for leaving and having boundaries. She scolded Nunya for getting off the panel and leaving, having boundaries. And she asked Phil to stay. So you say that everyone's so bothered by what Phil was saying. I don't understand the action then of not kicking him and asking him to stay. How does that
Well,
make any sense?
and I think I made it clear on the panel last night that I'm not wanting Bill to get his ass chewed out. It's not what I want at all. I just felt like, well, I guess what I was wondering is, how did you get, if you got a part of the live, I don't know how you got it.
She put it back up.
Okay, all right. That's right.
For a little bit, and then
Right.
Randy was able to go in. She only went to the part where I don't want to speak for you, Randy, but my understanding is she only went to the part where she was on there. She clipped that little piece of it and sent it to me. That's when we heard the mud shark comment, which was disgusting, and that's when we went live. That's the order of events. She didn't get anything before that or after that, and by the time we were live, the stream was down again.
Yes.
Okay, well, just like I don't want you to hold me responsible for what other people say and do, I'm not going to ask you to hold anyone else responsible for what they say or do. Fair?
Fair. And I'm not asking, I don't think I'm asking you to be responsible for it. I'm curious why you say nothing. I just am. Maybe I just need to get over that and whatever. I'm
just trying to fight. I don't want to fight with anyone. I'm not going to I've fought enough here. It's caused me nothing but misery. But listen.
But some things are worth fighting for, Behaven.
Absolutely.
Some things are worth the fight.
But
calling someone a bitch. Wait, calling someone a bitch, not worth the fight. Calling someone's grandchildren mud sharks, worth the fight.
Had I heard it? I
heard it yesterday and sat there with Dana while Dana said, here's what Dana said. If Randy wants to play with sharks, well, the shark bit her.
You're right. And as a grandmother, I should have been outraged. You're right. I fucked up. Okay. I fucked up.
Yeah. Well, you can say you fucked up, but just say, I didn't get outraged, Randy, because I don't like you. But that's the truth of it right there.
You know what, Randy? I don't dislike you. I don't know how to take you.
Somebody ever said anything.
Maybe that isn't the truth, Randy. Maybe it's the
I don't dislike you. Yeah, I mean, I have made mistakes. I've done my best to apologize for them. I've done my best to turn around and do it differently. I'm not bothering anyone. I'm minding my P's and Q's, doing my best. Okay. But, and then when I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I feel like I can't do anything right in your eyes, Randy. Like, I feel like you
What?
don't like me.
Yesterday, I said, Dana, I would like to hear from Behaving, even though I don't know. And yet again, I apologized to you.
You did.
And then, again, yesterday, like that's 2 apologies that I gave you. And I said, well, maybe not. I don't know that she heard it. That's what I said. And somehow that got turned into how many hour live stream yesterday where I'm a piece of shit. I came up there and attacked people. I came up there for a conversation and was attacked. And that's what happened.
Randy,
Spin it like you want. That's what happened.
I never attacked you. To the
I didn't say
contrary,
that you did.
came at
I
me.
didn't say that you did.
Okay.
I didn't say that you did. Everything, it wasn't even about you Behaving. Yesterday wasn't about you.
It was never my intention to make it about me, Randy. I'm sorry if my opinions about it or how I spoke about it offended you, or and I'm terribly sorry that was said about your grandkids. As a grandmother, it's disgusting.
But you didn't say that last night on the
I
panel with the
didn't.
lady
I'm
who was
here right
justifying
now. Okay, Randy.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry. It's my grandbabies. I do get a little beside myself. I'm sorry, but I can promise you this with 100% of my heart. If somebody ever talked about your grandbabies or called them a name, I'd verbally cut their throat.
Oh, for sure.
Never would allow it.
That would
and I've
never be
gotten up
allowed to be
here,
said.
Randy, and I'm apologizing. I fucked up. I should have said something. Okay. I'm sorry that I didn't. I was just in, like, when I listened to your live and I'm, I thought this was going to be about Richard and Dana, not controlling her panel. I didn't know that you were going to hold but you did bring me up in it. You
Right.
did.
I
Randy.
understand. I understand that because you were there. You were. And you said and did nothing. And that bothers me. I have an issue with that.
I said and did nothing about what? The racist remark that I didn't hear?
That you didn't hear. Correct. I understand that. And I apologize if
Okay,
that
so
hurts your feelings. Truly. I'm not
it
trying to
didn't hurt my
anyone's feelings.
feelings. It's just that, like I said, I've done everything in my power to do better.
I
And then I still get pulled into it.
I understand. And I don't want it to be like we're scolding you. I don't like the energy that's happening right now because it feels like we're scolding you, like somehow,
Yeah, that's true.
we're slapping your hand, and I just don't want to do that. I'm trying to
And that's
understand.
why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because I don't want this. If I wanted it, I would be wanting to go back and forth with you both, and I don't want that.
Right. And I appreciate you being willing to even come up. Not many people
Oh
would be
yeah,
willing
me
to do
too.
that.
Me too. I really appreciate that very much.
And I don't dislike you or Randy. I think the last time we spoke, especially you and I, Wendy, I thought we were good.
We are. We're fine. We're fine. And Carla, I'm fine with Carla too. She thinks that I said something like I'll never forgive her for what she did 5 years ago or something. And I don't know when I ever said that or if I even said that, but that's not true. I forgive pretty quickly for my own mental health. I can't hang on to anger, hate and rage, or anger for that matter. I can't hang on to that because it's my own mental health suffers for that. I may not forget what was what happened.
Yes.
But I've forgiven it a long time ago, and I don't want Carla to think that I don't forgive that. It's gone and done as far as I'm concerned. But so, I mean, there were just things that it just gives me an impression of how, because it's easier to talk about me when I'm not there So it gives me an impression of how you see me and how I'm seen through your eyes or her eyes and her eyes. I know how Dana sees me, which is insane to me. she doesn't see me normally. I can promise you that. But I feel like, you and I have gone through some things.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I'm not just to get up here and bash people channel. That's not what we do. We were not upset about, the bitch word being thrown around. I don't like men talking to women that way. I would not have allowed it. I don't know why Dana seems to allow it. Why she's okay with abusive men. I don't understand that. But
I don't like it either.
That's between her and her people. I don't get that.
I guess for me, it was just like, I haven't spoke on either of you. I don't have anything bad to say, or I'm not in chats talking about you. I haven't said a word. And so
Correct.
when I got brought
know that.
into it like I did, I was just like, God, here we go again. I mean, I just don't
You're
understand.
Simply for being there. That is why. Thank you, sweet. I appreciate that. Simply for being there. That is the reason you were brought in, because you were there.
But there were other people that were there too that didn't get brought into it. But and I don't want them to.
Well,
I'm just saying.
What was interesting is that nobody said anything about Mass Spoover, but she sure jumped in it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like, do you want to be part of this or don't you? I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know.
All I can do is learn from each experience and try and do better. That's all I can do.
I understand that. And that's all anybody can
and
do.
I guess and all I'm looking for is why in this day and age, we're in 2025. Why is racism allowed on these panels and these women flock to these men like they hold something over them? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'll never. And I want people to stand up to Groyper or just ice him out. He deserved. She tried to scold me for getting off the panel. He doesn't deserve any of my attention or energy.
I understand that, Randy.
Did you notice last night, Behaving? Just curious. And if you don't want to answer, don't answer. Okay. Did you notice that she tried to scold Nunya for jumping off the panel?
Yeah.
What did you find that manipulative?
You don't
have to answer that. You don't have to answer that.
And between these two different lives, and I've even said this to the other ladies, I feel like I've had a drama hangover.
Yeah, same. Last night I was not in a good place.
Yeah. And there's so much shit that's been said and done that I'm not even getting it right. I'm keeping it straight. Okay. And it's not that I'm intentionally trying to do that.
Yeah.
It hasn't become acceptable again in our country, Evelyn. I completely disagree with that. Not in our country, only on YouTube.
You don't see people out on the streets talking shit like that. You don't see
No. Not without a chair to the face. No.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Randy? Is there something that's you're still angry with me or something I need to apologize for?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm asking you and you, Spoofer. I don't care if you've ever heard of the word before. You have now, Spoofer. Okay? I don't know why you took part in the panel last night. Just because Dana asked you to, but she accused us of building an army. That makes no sense. None. Y'all realize that, right? She built an army and then accused us of doing that. But no, I'm just asking y'all. Can y'all just, unless you're okay with it.
I'm not okay with racism in any way, shape, or form. Okay.
Tolerance is a way of egging it on. Tolerance is a way of boosting it up. If he thinks you tolerate it, he's going to do it.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, when I did hear him start to go off the rails and get racist, I did hop down off of a panel. I didn't want to be a part of it. Okay. I have done that. And if I mean, I can't turn back the clock now and
No, I know.
predict what I would
You,
have said or done, but I would like to think that if I would have known what the word, I've never heard that term before. And if I had and knew what it meant, I would have been angry about it. Yes. I don't want any kid to go after. I don't care who it is. I don't want anyone's kid or grandkid to be gone after in any way,
understand, but you have
racial or not racial. It's not okay.
exactly because I can tell you this. Okay, Mass Spoofer. Well, that makes it. Yeah, you're right. Richard says things to get a reaction. If you tell him to stop, he'll just say it more. Oh, let's let him on panel.
Which is
Wendy.
why we don't fuck with Richard. We don't care.
That goes
he's not
with
the problem.
the dark humor thing, right, Spoof?
Yeah, like he's a troll.
Yeah,
The goal
may-
is to get
may
you
you-
upset. That's the goal. He wants
Yeah.
you to be upset.
I'm not upset that he's an idiot. I'm upset that you think that is okay, Mass Spoofer. That's what I'm upset about. I'm upset that Dana is a racist apologist. Because what she said last night was she made up every lie in the world. Richard came after me because I said something to Noelle. Richard came after me because I was mean to her. Richard came up and it said something to her because of I don't know what, but it never was addressed about the racism. It was more about him calling me a bitch. I don't care if he called me a bitch.
You want Carla to come home? Carla, you want a link? Or Spoofer?
I would just love here, I'll drop it if they want to.
Well, Noelle,
I
do
won't.
not come up here, Noelle. I see you in chat.
Not Noelle.
Oh, yeah, no,
She's
Noelle's
been
not coming
blocked
up.
3 times.
Yeah, she keeps
This
coming
is
in. But
not nothing that you need to take part in, Noelle, period.
thank you. Yeah.
In fact, Noelle, please unsub, block me. Thank you. Have a good life. I wish you nothing but the best.
Same. I don't know. When she's up, when Behaven's up here talking, I feel like it's almost unfair. I'm second guessing myself now, which I do because unlike Dana, I do kind of self
Randy,
Let me say it. Let me say it. Like, I feel like it is okay. Maybe I'm being a little unfair to demand that Carla and Spoof and Behave and say something.
Oh,
is that unfair?
absolutely.
Maybe I am being unfair.
Yes, I think it is unfair that we demanded. I'm not demanding anything. I'm asking them if they would be willing to. If not, I accept that.
I am. If I hear, I will promise you this. If I'm on a panel and some racist shit is going to go down, I'm going to say what I need to say and I'm going to get down. All right?
That's what
Because I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it.
And here's what, if a man is talking to you in a way that you don't want to be spoken to, do it. Did you hear what I said that night to Richard? I said, we teach people how to treat us, and I don't let people treat me this way.
I did hear that. Yes, I heard it.
And what did Dana say? No, you know better than that.
And then asked Phil to stay when Phil was leaving. This horrible abusive man that was so terrible.
Man. Yeah, this abusive man. No, Phil, no.
Don't leave.
Well, I've been around long enough to know that you're going to handle it your way and on your panel, not on hers. And she knows that too.
Yeah, but here's what, Behaving. People that Randy won't go on panels. I do, but when I do, I get accused of she barged in on your panel. I can't win. I cannot win.
And that's how I felt yesterday, Randy. I felt like I couldn't win. And I get how you feel that way too. And I don't want to have a problem with you. I don't want to have a problem with Wendy. I didn't think we did. I really didn't think we did.
Oh, we don't. I'm confused by some of the behavior, but that can be a me problem. That doesn't need to be a you problem. Yeah. Tawanda, I want to say thank you for what you did last night. You were an absolute rock star. And I appreciate you helping the panel to understand what the actual issue was. It wasn't about, anyone calling anyone a bitch. It was about the racial slur that was aimed at Randy's grandchildren. That's what it's always been about.
And I
Um,
talked to Tawanda about it last night too. And I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I do.
I
Like I
appreciate
said,
it.
I went batshit crazy. I thought I was going to have a freaking heart attack for what someone did to my granddaughter. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. I don't blame you. I mean, that's outrageous. It's no call for that. Carla,
But yeah, okay. I don't really
Hi,
expect.
Kyla.
thank you for coming up, Carla. I appreciate it. Can you hear us? I can't hear Carla.
I can't either.
Carla, your iPad, honey.
Check your iPad, Carla.
Never
Oh
found.
no, we lost her.
She
She'll
has
be
to
back.
come back. To be
I know-
expected.
I know enough to know that has to happen a couple times, and then we get Carla.
Yeah.
I've seen enough channels to know that that's how that goes. And it's always the iPad.
Yeah, Master
Um,
Keeper, this don't have anything to do with bread. It's not at all. You know, I don't like that you popped in, and I don't want to come at you because I don't really have a problem with you. But I feel like you have a problem with me. If you want to solve it, I'll give you a link. But, you know, it's, you know,
Well, I think that
the other stuff has been squashed, and
Spoofer made it clear. I think Spoofer made it clear that she feels scolded by us.
yeah.
Because of the last time that this happened with
Oh, the
swishy guy.
squishy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And she probably feels some type of way about that. She's probably not happy with us for that. And then so to do it again, Carla's back.
And that's, you know, that's fine with me. But I'll tell you, if you're on a racist panel and I say it, which I miss a lot of them, I'm
On
probably going to
purpose.
say something. Yeah, on purpose. But if I say it, I'm going to say something, because say something. I can't stand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why people in this day and age can't love someone beyond the color of their skin.
Yeah.
I don't either. I
That
don't
doesn't
either.
make any sense to me at all. Carla, can you hear us now, or
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are. Yep.
Okay, I have to apologize to both Randy and Wendy. Randy, I thought you and I were okay. I misspoke last night, and for that I apologize. Wendy, I thought for sure that you hated me. I thought what happened 5 years ago was still bothering you. And that's a me thing. That's not a you thing. That's a me thing. That
Okay,
was in my
good,
head.
because I
So-
didn't. I was like, when did I say that? That doesn't even sound like
You
me.
never said it.
Okay,
That's
okay.
in my head.
Phew.
And
Okay.
maybe it's me feeling a certain way.
Well, let
but, I
it
mean,
go, please,
Randy
because I
should
did.
know that I always did like her, and I don't want problems with you two either. I don't.
I get that. And I played a clip from your panel, and I know that it seems like I was trying to include you, but I really wasn't. The purpose of playing that clip was to show Dana's behavior with Richard on that panel. It just happened to be your panel. So I wasn't trying to be like, and look at Carla. I know I said your name. I don't understand you wanting Richard on panel. I don't. I'm never going to understand that. Just like I don't understand Richard or Dana wanting him on panel. But that's a me thing. That doesn't have to be a you thing. That's fine. It's your panel.
But
You do what you want.
you've never seen when I've called him off, and I've called him
I have
out
not.
very many times.
I believe
I've told
you.
him to go F himself many
Okay.
times.
Fair enough. Good.
You know, he said
Good.
things, and I don't agree with him. You know, and I did not know what that word meant either. It's disgusting. I hate it.
Mhm.
And I'm so sorry that that was said, Randy. It's not acceptable in this community. It shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
And
right.
and I am so sorry that I misspoke when I talked about you two. I apologize. And that's
Appreciate it.
all I can say. I don't want problems with you. I want to be able to come in here and say hello. There's a lot of people that go in your chat that I like.
And
So,
you're welcome.
you know.
You're all welcome to be in here. That's fine. I'm happy to have all of you in here with no issues. I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I'm glad
Okay.
that we squared that, because I don't want you thinking that I certainly don't hate you. I couldn't live with that. I would not be able to hang on to something.
And you
that-
know, Tawanda did tell me that, because I did talk to Tawanda about that. I said, well, she hates me, so why would I go in there? And she goes, Randy or Wendy is very Christian. I don't think she would hold a grudge against you for 5 years. And
Yeah.
she did tell me that.
Thank you, Tawanda. I
And
appreciate that. Yeah, no, I can't. It fucks with my head. It's selfish reasons, really. It's my own mental health that suffers, so I just can't do it. I
Same.
can't do it. I
well,
don't
I'm
hang on
just
to
trying to
hatred.
we're just trying to do our own thing. Behaving and I made up, and we went a long time there where we weren't talking, and we are talking now. And she comes up on my panel, and no, I'm not going to allow Richard to come back on my panel because of what
Thank
that
you.
word, because of that word,
Thank you.
because of what it did to you, Randy. I'm sorry it hurt you. I apologize that. I don't even think I was on Dana's panel the night that
No.
all went on.
No, and that's why I was like, when you felt like we were attacking you, I was like, oh my God, she wasn't even there. Like, I promise we weren't. And then I remembered that I played the clip that had you in it, and I thought, oh, that's it. That's what she saw. And I felt terrible because it wasn't about you at all. I certainly didn't call you trash.
And I agree with you 100%. Anything Richard said, Richard, a lot of times the racist things he says is trashy and unacceptable and garbage.
Yeah,
And I agree
always.
with you 100%. And
yes.
so does Behavin'. And I know
Yes.
that from from talking to her. So, I'm just
you.
glad we're okay. I'm
it's
glad
something
that
I-
Wendy, that you don't
Thank you.
hate me.
Never.
I'm glad that I can be able to go into your stream and
Of
not
course.
feel a
Here's
certain
what,
way.
when someone is on panel, this is what I said to Wendy this before we went live. I said, when those ladies were on panel last night, I wish they had a picture of my grandbabies in front of them. And I think the conversation, if you saw those sweet babies who were innocent, never done a thing to anybody on here, would run up and hug y'all like y'all had never been hugged.
That hit me.
Never met a stranger.
They're perfect.
They
That
are.
really hit me.
Well, I've got
Yeah.
12 grandchildren, Randy.
Holy
So if
cow.
anyone said anything about my
Ooh,
my
you're so lucky. 12
son-in-law's
grandkids. How
sister
wonderful.
passed away, and she had 3 children, and
Wow.
my stepdaughter adopted them. So we gained 2 more grandchildren. So we have
That's
12
wonderful.
now.
How
And
nice. I love that.
and if anyone said anything against any of them, I would go
Yes.
shit
Yes.
crazy. Sorry for the language, but I
No,
would.
we all use
We've
that
said
language.
plenty. Yeah.
I would.
I
Yeah.
feel like last night there was an agenda at hand. I feel like,
Yes.
and I'm just going to be honest, Dana had a certain agenda she was trying to get across, that, Randy and I, all we do is live to bash other women. We're forming an army. We're going to use and abuse you. Like, that makes no sense. We've been here for years. I don't know what army we're forming. Like, none of that made any sense.
No.
And other than Tawanda, there were few people in there. Jesse was one of them. I saw Jessica in there trying to make the point of, it wasn't about the, bitch, fuck you, bitch. It wasn't about that. It was about what was said about her grandchildren. That's what it was. That was always the issue.
Mhm.
It was always about him, what he said and what she allowed.
And defend
That was always what the problem was. It wasn't ever about anything other than that. So I'm glad that we got all of that straight.
Me too.
Yeah,
I am
patterns of
too.
behavior. And she called, she said that, we have patterns of behavior. Ma'am, you have patterns of behavior. Let me tell you.
She does. And again, I'm going to say, if you're on a panel, if someone says something that you feel is racist, picture a mixed child in front of you. It doesn't have to be my grandbaby.
I think we did remember when I was in Republican Ashes chat and you came up on my panel, Randy. You did tell me that, and I should have heeded that and just jumped down, because you did tell me that. Both you and Wendy said, if something happens, just jump down. I don't know. I think Wendy said I would have thrown up if I heard the
Yeah,
stuff.
probably.
You
Yes.
did say that.
Yeah.
And I'm getting
Yeah.
it.
Good. I'm glad. I
Maybe
am glad.
many years, but I
Like,
am. I
Because,
understand.
but here's the thing. When Nunya said that she did jump down, she got scolded. Did you notice that,
Yes.
Carla?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
I did
I'm so
notice
glad.
that.
Oh, I'm so glad, because I was talking to Randy while it was happening, and I'm like, the manipulation, I can't. Like, I was so ready to just do any. We almost went live last night, because it was so
Yeah.
manipulative. The scolding, like, you're not allowed to set your own boundaries. What a red flag. Don't listen to anybody who tells you that you're not allowed to have your own boundaries. That is insane on the face of it. Don't listen to something like that. So I can't even imagine. Not only are you taking on Groyper, but you're taking on Dana too.
Yeah. And that's
And
what
I know that can't be easy.
we were sat there and called me and Nightbot do our best, Darren.
Hi, everybody.
Me and I mean, imagine. Okay, I know nobody's perfect, and I know I can be an ass. I know I can be whatever. I know that, but you know what? Call me on my shit, and I'll admit my shit. I won't. You know, sometimes if I'm a strong believer in what I'm saying, yeah, I'll double down. But if I know I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. To sit last night and hear what horrible people Dana put us into. She called us such horrible people, all because of what we said yesterday, which was that she allows Richard Groyper to say these cruel things. And I didn't say I wasn't mad at Richard. I just don't expect anything out of him. To me, he's a nobody. He's somebody that lives to trigger. Good on him.
He doesn't have the power that he thinks he has.
No.
But
there's
so
something
being mad at
severely wrong
him
with
would
Dana.
being mad at him only inflates his ego. So there's no point being mad at him.
Yeah.
But I can be bothered and upset by the person that allows it, encourages it, says she gets turned on by it, and wants to throw her Harry Potter panties at it.
And she did say the Harry Potter panties was from a different night, but she did say it turned her on. And
the Harry Potter panties is a joke to make fun of Evelyn.
Regardless, she said she wanted to throw them at Groyper.
I don't care.
It's weird.
Why.
It's weird. It's creepy. It's gross.
And
especially after he comes up with some bigoted crap that he spits out of his mouth, and her response is to want to throw her panties at him. Don't care. It's weird. It's weird.
He said something about, he's going at Jewish people, saying he's going to put them in ovens and stuff, and all of a sudden Dana's making sexual noises. I don't care if the Harry Potter panties was that Evelyn.
I'll play the clip again.
Yeah, play it again.
Here, I'll play it again. It's a great clip. Let me fix my audio real fast.
That's a jab at Evelyn that people wouldn't know unless they know the backstory.
Which
but listen to all of it and tell me this isn't her coming on to him.
Okay. Can I just take credit though for being so absolutely Nazi fascist that you are in fact you've totally reconsidered being Jewish due to the fact that you are a little bit worried that somehow I'll end up getting my hands on you and disposing of you somehow.
Did you? But the good news is you'd get your hands on me. Go on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go on. It's good stuff.
Well, I mean, I meant, to the gas chamber, but I mean, I guess.
Okay, as long as you touch me at some point in time.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, whatever. Okay. So, and I'm wearing Harry Potter panties.
I would be offended though, even if I was there to kind of collect and to liquidate an entire neighborhood of those type of people, of a certain religious ideology. If I had to drag you out of your bed and I saw that you were wearing Harry Potter panties, I think I'd probably lose it right then and there.
Richard.
Yes.
Honey, bunches of me, my sweet little baby boy. We come sit here and come cuddle up next to Mama. We'll have a good old time.
I'm right here.
Like even he's cringing.
He's cringing. Do you feel poked, Evelyn? Do you feel poked? I mean,
like even he's uncomfortable.
She's trolling when she says that because she knows it upsets Evelyn, Jeff, and Phil. Like she does that on purpose. She's trolling.
Okay, so okay.
Randy,
she doesn't
thank you
really
for
think
having
that
me up.
way.
I have to hop down.
Sure, she doesn't. Okay, thank you. I
But
appreciate you so much.
I came up here to let you ladies know that I don't have a problem with either one of you. I really don't know you that well to even have an opinion of you at all. So I'm sorry that you thought I had a problem with you because I don't. I don't even know you that well to have an opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Thanks for coming
Have
up.
fun with Dana.
And well, I mean, the other thing I want to say is when I get on panel, I try to be the funny joke person for the most part. Last night, I did say some serious things, but I didn't even know what was going on. I was just giving my opinion on what I was hearing at the time.
Right.
I hadn't seen your stream or Dana's stream or anyone's stream. I have not been on YouTube much at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that you wrote that. Yeah.
So I didn't even know what was going on. So I'm sorry if I said something offensive.
No, you didn't. You brought up again the last time we interacted, and it just made me think that you obviously are still upset by that. And is there something we can do to?
I wasn't. I was just
fix
trying to
that?
show them an example because everyone jumped on my butt and Carla's and other people's for something that Swishy said. I said, this is the exact same thing that happened just a few weeks
Yeah,
ago with the
it is.
Swishy incident where we got punished for what Swishy said.
Punished.
And when
You
he
felt
said he
punished?
was talking all this history shit that are books, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Talks all this history stuff that I've never read about. I don't talk because I don't know even what he's talking about.
Well, do you okay, so someone in chat saying, did you dox for Richard?
One time 6 years ago when I didn't know it was wrong.
6 years. Okay. Well, 6 years ago, cold cuts. I think we
I
can
was
forgive.
new to all this YouTube and I didn't know that it was doxing to post something in a private Discord.
All right. So this I think this is a good comment. Probably not a good idea to just jump on panel and start speaking when you don't know what's happening. True, you could get yourself in trouble for that.
I've done it. It never works that well.
Right. Yeah, it's happened to the best of us.
Yeah.
You said though that you felt punished. We don't have any power to punish you.
No.
Well, all those trolls went after me and were threatening to my job and
We didn't send any trolls after you.
I didn't know who sent the trolls,
We
but
don't
all
have
these
trolls.
We don't have an
trolls
army.
were
We
like
really don't.
saying I was going to lose my job for being on a panel with Swishy and
Where did that happen?
that was in videos being posted about me. Lagertha, the Lagertha channel.
We don't know that channel.
I have
idea
no
what that
idea.
channel is.
So I mean, there was trolls like saying I was going to lose my job and stuff over what Swishy said, and I was like, but I didn't even say anything about it.
Well, we're not real lifers, but I can tell you that this day and age, if I would say, I don't know what you do for a living, so you're safe with me. But I'd say if you were on panel with a racist, you absolutely would be called in the office. I do believe that.
I
But
know I
don't
would be.
think, yeah, I don't think anyone's job should be affected over YouTube. I question. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I question Dana's ability to give someone therapy when she needs so much of it. I can't fathom it. And so let me say this. This calls for a Dana quote. People who attempt to publicly humiliate and destroy other person's character are a sadistic psychopath. Dana said that. And what did she do last night? She did nothing last night but make us out to be demons straight from hell. After my grandchildren were talked about, we're the demons. I can't
We're
fathom
forming
it.
an army. We're forming an army.
We're-
We use and abuse people. All we do is sit and bash other women.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not that. It's not
That's
true.
just-
We bash men
that's
too.
not-
We're equal opportunity bashers.
True. And we'll bash any asshole. It's fine. You don't have to be a man or a woman. It's fine.
If you're a butthole, you're gonna get called a butthole. That's just it.
Is what it is. But regardless, anyways, that's not you guys don't have to take any accountability for that. That's not on you. That's Dana.
Mm-mm.
That's what she did. But I appreciate both of you coming
were
up. I really do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this, y'all were used last night. If she messaged you and said, please come on panel with me and didn't give you a heads up, you were used.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even spoken to Dana in a few months. It was weird that I got
So
a
it-
text message from
right,
her
so
because I
isn't-
hadn't spoken to her in a while. And then
Uh-huh.
out of the blue, she's like, "Hey, I'm about to go live. You want to join me?" And I
Interesting.
had just logged off work, and I was like, "Sure, yeah, I'll go on a
Interesting.
panel with you." I was bored and
Say
wanted to
that
talk.
again. Say that again, Randy.
You were used.
Yeah. Interesting that you haven't heard from her in months, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she picks last night as the time for you to
Behaving,
come up and
can I
join her
ask you,
panel.
and if you don't want to say, just say no comment. Were you asked to come on her panel last night, Behaving?
Not directly.
Okay.
I was provided a link.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well,
Jenny
I just say,
Sparks, me and Nanya already resolved those issues. I don't know why you're bringing that up
Oh,
again.
don't worry about that. Don't worry.
I
Hey,
know.
Jenny, don't
yeah,
worry
that's
about. Don't
all
worry
been
about
resolved. Thankfully, we're glad about that. I'm so excited that both Carla and Behavin, and I think even
Saw through
Nanya
it.
saw the manipulation. I'm so thankful about that. I can't even tell you how
Me too. I
happy I
feel like
am.
100 pounds has been lifted because
Same.
yeah,
Well,
I went to bed.
Nanya's so overwhelmed by all of this bull. Like I said, the drama hangover. She hopped off the panel and went to bed. I didn't
Mhm.
even, which is not typical of
But
Nanya,
the
but
fact
it's,
that you noticed that she
yeah,
was scolding her for
yeah,
that, and
yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
I don't mean to sound condescending, but I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm so happy. Makes me so happy. Gives me hope for this damn community. I
Because
swear to God.
even last night, what I haven't done in a very, very long time is when Jim comes home from work, I have not listened to a live stream. We always put our phones down. We spend time with each other after work. And last night I was glued to my phone listening to Dana's stream, and I went to bed heavy, very heavy, because I felt like I couldn't defend myself. And then if it gets past 8 p.m., apparently, unless I'm drunk, I cannot stay up. So we got sleepy. Me and Wendy were like, I'm really sleepy. Let's go to bed.
Same, you guys. I did not sleep last night. This is weighing heavy on me. I
Mhm.
really appreciate you being willing to have a conversation with me, and I just
Always.
want to move
Always.
forward. And again, I try to learn from each experience. I'm not trying to, I am doing better. I am.
Thanks for coming up, Mass
Okay.
Boofer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
So,
Master, for coming up, and you too, Behaving. I really, really appreciate it. Truly,
thank
it
you.
says a lot.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm glad we were able to talk about it.
Me
Thank
too.
you, guys.
I am. Again, I apologize. I don't feel like I cussed you out that night, but if I may have, I don't know.
Well,
We try to not let Randy go on panels when she's drunk. I'm doing the best I can, Behaving. Okay,
yeah.
I'm trying, girl. Trying.
It's all good. It's
Wendy
all
was in
good.
bed. Wendy was in bed, and I snuck. Okay, that's what happened.
Yeah. And I am very sorry for what was said about your grandchildren. It's terrible. I'm very sorry, Randy.
Now, Vigilum, you get on panel and let's all make peace.
Well, I'm going to hop down for that one.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do that. I think we
Thank
should quit
you,
while we're
guys.
ahead. Just take the win and go.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you again. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye,
Bye.
hun. Bye. Yeah, last night was rough. I like trauma dumped all over my community page, and then went to bed.
Hey, that was really good. Your community page.
Oh, I don't know if it was or not.
No,
it was how I was
thought
feeling.
it
I was
was.
feeling really sad and defeated last night. Not defeated, just sad.
I didn't feel defeated. I felt misunderstood, lied about.
Yes. It sucks when you're being lied about. Like, that does suck.
Yeah.
It feels terrible because you're just sitting there going, this isn't true. None of this is true that you're saying. None of it. And yet you're saying these things. I don't like it. It's such a terrible feeling. But whatever.
Vigilum, what's wrong?
I'm glad
I'm
glad that some people saw through it. I truly am. Like, I can't stop thinking about that. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Yeah. It like, and I knew I couldn't type in there, and I didn't want to. Like, I really did not. Usually, no one can hold me back. Like the one that I
Right.
had an agenda. Vigilum, I don't think that you had an agenda. Like yeah, last night they said that you went up there with an agenda. I don't know that. Well, I don't know. I didn't see it, but you don't seem like that type to me. So I
Right.
don't.
I see. I feel like they have seen a different side of Vigilum than we have seen. Clearly, because I've not seen the stuff that they're saying he does. I
Shady-
haven't. Shady Boots?
Resolution nights are back, baby.
That's
Don't.
right. Yeah, someone write it down. Okay, we got one on October 8th.
We finally got one.
I honestly feel like we see a different side because he doesn't speak like that to us. He doesn't talk on purpose. Like we wouldn't let him. I don't know why anybody lets him.
But I don't
Go
feel like
back and do that.
we say we wouldn't let him, and I don't want him to come. I don't, I feel like we're speaking about someone who's like he's here, but he's not in the room. But I don't think that he wants to speak to us like that. And I think that I got to question how he's been spoken to, what's been said. And I think that things go so far with the politics stuff. Like,
right.
Today,
like we said earlier, it's very deep.
Yes.
And lots of emotion and lots of, strong feelings. And that frankly, I'm ignorant to all of the issues. I think I stay that way on purpose because I don't want to fight about it. And that's not okay, but it is the truth. That's how it is.
Let stuff roll off your back, like MAGA fuck. That rolls right off my back. I don't care. I don't care. Who I voted for is no one's business. It's no one's business. I mean, I think it's pretty clear which side I'm on, but I y'all never knew that. I can tell y'all no one here ever knew until Charlie Kirk got assassinated how I felt about things.
Yeah,
And
you keep that pretty close to the vest on
I do.
purpose because there are strong feelings. And just like when I talk about Christianity, I know there's people in this room that are not Christian. I risk alienating those people every time I speak about it. So I don't talk about it that much to the point where it's uncomfortable for people. I don't want to make it uncomfortable for anybody. But I'm true, I have to be true to who I am and what I believe, just like you, So yeah, people know how I believe, but I don't ever want to be the type of person that makes people feel uncomfortable. They can't be in the room with me, or whatever. I'm looking at you sideways. I'm looking at you some type of way because I'm not. I promise I'm not.
No, I'm not. And I'm, and I would look, what got me was y'all still don't know who I voted for, but to be honest with you, but here's the thing. It's, I was in the car with 3 people who hated Trump, and 2 of them, one, and they were friends of mine, but 2 of them completely attacked me. I felt attacked. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'll never say shit again, ever, ever, ever. But
right. I mean, that's why I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight with people
about it.
Especially about something as personal as beliefs. Like, who am I to tell you that your beliefs are not okay? Just like you should be telling me that my beliefs aren't okay. Like, that's not a fight I want to have with anybody.
And
believe
Evelyn,
what you want.
I care about you. I care about you. We differ on so much. I mean, like when you wrote something, I thought I want to debate her on this, and then I thought, no, why would I do that? That could so turn into something bad. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. I'm not out here to change anyone's mind, and you're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to. I'm sure that y'all feel the same as I do. You're not going to change my mind, but that doesn't mean I have to give you any disrespect. And you're not going to get it from me. I don't care what you believe. I do care if you don't believe in God, that I do care about that. And I would love to talk to you about that. But, there's times on here, I don't feel like I'm setting a good enough example that I should talk about it.
Right.
Right, Vigilum. It's not. So, because I do feel like if you preach it, you should practice it. And,
Yes.
you know,
Yes, and I'm not certainly by any stretch of the imagination a perfect anything. I'm not a perfect woman, a perfect friend, a perfect mother. I'm certainly not a perfect Christian. Luckily, I've never claimed to be a perfect anything, so that's good, right? But and I would talk to anybody if anyone wanted to talk about, especially God. Yeah, Tawanda. I think when Charlie Kirk was killed, I think it kind of lit a fire under some people because
it did me.
yeah, I think it did. And I have said that I had never heard of Charlie Kirk before he died. I didn't follow him. I didn't know, what he stood for or what he said. I'm sick that he was assassinated. I think it's very sad and shows the state of our country, which also makes me sad. And I've learned a lot, since then. Since he died, I've learned a lot more about him and stuff, but I didn't know him before then. But I know you did, and you really,
Yes,
I think it really did lit a fire under you, for sure.
it did. It lit a fire, and I love you too, friend. Oh, that was a text. I said it out loud as I typed it.
Multitasking. It's a beautiful thing.
Cannot do it.
I cannot do it. I cannot do it. All right.
Show them how it used to be. I remember long ago. Never to walk.
It's decided. I decided long ago.
I decided long. I do that a lot. Long ago. Never to walk.
All right. We're done. When Randy starts singing, we're done.
Yeah, I know. Jeff wrote some lyrics in chat, and I got tired of typing them out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna don't stop. Look at Sweet. Don't stop, Randall. I hate you. I love you so much.
Her crying emojis.
But here's, but we do need to have a Charlie. I know y'all don't want to hear a Charlie Kirk stream because some stuff has came out that I really want to talk about.
Yeah, we need to because I'm all interested in the latest conspiracy. What? We owe who an apology?
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah, we do need to talk about it then because I need to understand why now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
I still think that the shooter is the shooter, but I think there's some. Didn't God bless me, Sweet?
Voice of an angel.
That's what my nanny said.
That's right. Voice of an angel. Okay. All right. So we'll do a Charlie Kirk stream. I guess
Hopefully
later. Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds
Y'all
really
have
good.
a great night. And
me too, Evelyn.
I'm so glad you pay attention to the back chat. Because I never see it ever.
That's okay. She just said that she had to go.
Okay, cool.
I
Thank
think
you so much.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys so much. Thank you.
Love
Be
y'all.
nice to each other. Bye,
Love
everybody.
wins.
Yeah, love does win.